against the religion of Christianity while being very thorough to explain the biblical gospel while removing the falsehoods taught in the religion of Christianity. Many people are trapped in a mindset because the Christian church is not having the discussions that need to be had. And it does make sense that the conversation is not being had, because this would require the church to begin exposing itself, and that just is not going to happen. If you look at all the Christian content creators today, you can see that they're all saying the same things, talking about pointless subjects, things that really don't mean a great deal about anything. We are in the end times, and for the most part, most of these influencers, they're not really teaching about anything. They'll talk about the controversies, they'll talk about certain conspiracies, they'll talk about this pastor said this and this pastor said that, talking about a whole bunch of nothing, keeping their flocks trapped in their deceptions, waiting for this world to crack. I mean, on your own, just look at some of the largest Christian influencers. We are in a time of deception. We are in the end times. And no matter how you would like to sum things up, when broken down to the simplest understanding, there are only two different agendas in place in this world. There is an agenda from our Father in heaven based upon his promises that he has spoken in his word, and there's a satanic agenda to make the devil worship in this world or make people die without repentance. You see, Satan wants to be like the Most High. And you'll see the biggest common denominator throughout all religion is that he makes sure that no one recognizes that the true God of ancient Israel is the Most High. Because of these times and how close we are to fulfillment of both agendas, when trying to review this, you can see that there are distinct differences between both sides, and both sides are against one another. A few weeks ago, I made a video in regards to Anthony Mitchell.
There he is. There he is. Philip Anthony Mitchell disrespecting the apostles and leading Christians to the beast. This face here. Philip Anthony Mitchell, who learnt his trade from Israel. This boy here.
I just got a missed call from Chrissy. Have you seen it, Jay?
No. Yeah, I have seen it. Alright.
And I explained that he's leading people to the Antichrist. There were, of course, many people that disagreed. Many people felt I was judging them, and that is because of them only seeing when...
Beautiful children, get up to them. Philip Anthony Mitchell is their prime boy. Remember, the closest thing to Jesus of Nazareth are these brown sons. Satan is a brown son as well, don't forget that. They had one called Rory, and the grandson. Father deemed them already. Now this one is their prime boy. Philip Anthony Mitchell, disrespecting the apostles and leading Christians to the beast. This boy here, miss. Philip Anthony Mitchell. Be aware, guys. Be aware. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. It's a choice. Philip Anthony Mitchell. Be aware.
Anthony Mitchell, and I explained that he's leading people to the Antichrist.
Beautiful children. Don't forget, I didn't say that. Beautiful children. Don't forget.
There were, of course, many people that disagreed.
Chuck.
Many people felt I was judging them, and that is because of them only seeing one side of the story. I've also just completed a full series on understanding the gospel, in which I've been very critical against the religion of Christianity, while being very thorough to explain the biblical gospel, while removing the falsehoods taught in the religion of Christianity. Many people are trapped in a mindset because the Christian church is not having the discussions that need to be had. And it does make sense that the conversation is not being had, because this would require the church to begin exposing itself, and that just is not going to happen. If you look at all the Christian content creators today, you can see that they're all saying the same things, talking about pointless subjects, things that really don't mean a great deal about anything. We are in the end times, and for the most part, most of these influencers, they're not really teaching about anything. They'll talk about the controversies, they'll talk about certain conspiracies, they'll talk about this pastor said this and this pastor said that, talking about a whole bunch of nothing, keeping their flocks trapped in their deceptions, waiting for this world to crack. I mean, on your own, just look at some of the largest Christian influencers and just review what everyone is teaching about. The one thing I will give Anthony Mitchell is that he's at least pretending to be a teacher. It's just that his doctrines lead to the beast. But outside of him, I really wonder what's being taught in these physical churches. There's such a disconnect from the word today, and most people completely ignore the Old Testament altogether. For anyone paying the slightest bit of attention in this world, you would agree with me that we are in the last days, that we are approaching an agenda that's bringing forth the Antichrist and the mark of the beast. We are approaching the tribulation period that will bring all this about. And unfortunately, too many people have been taken captive by lies, and they haven't heard an alternative view based upon the complete Bible, using both the Old and New Testament together in unison. The main view that's heard today is from the religion of Christianity. And though Christianity itself is divided, there are many different denominations and many different beliefs, the overwhelming point of view in this world is that Christianity itself is sound. But it's that overwhelming thought that needs to be questioned. This is an end times ministry, and I am preparing the remnant for the biblical promises. And my question that I'm asking you is, are you really willing to bet your soul on the religion of Christianity?
No.
Now please, understand that I'm not asking you to question the Bible. That's not what I'm asking when I ask you this question. Unfortunately, because of this mainstream thought, people assume that the Bible is a Christian book. It is not. So please don't base my question around defending the Bible. I'm not asking you, are you willing to bet your soul on the Bible? That's not what I'm saying. Only about the religion that you claim, Christianity. I'm asking you to question the largest religion in the world that claims to be the main interpreter of the scriptures and has influenced you on how you see the scriptures and how you should apply them and understand them. I'm asking you to question this religion that once felt that slavery of Negroes was justified. The Pope just made an apology about this recently.
The Pope admitted in his first encyclical that the Church failed for centuries to condemn the slave trade.
And so what people like to do is that when they hear this from the Pope, they just want to separate themselves from that brand of Christianity, which is Catholicism. But if you know the history of Christianity, you know that you cannot do that. The Protestant Church is just a branch that comes off the root of Christianity from Catholicism. I'm asking you, are you willing to bet your soul on the religion that justified men wearing white hoods and oppressing a segment of a population? People went to these same churches just 100 years ago, and they justified their racism within their Christian beliefs.
There are 6,500 people seated here in this canvas cathedral, and several thousands more stand around the sides of the tent. Approximately 350,000 total attendance.
That's
in
nice
2 months.
breeze out there, bro. Nice.
Because of the goodness and grace of God, I can say tonight I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus
There you
Christ.
go.
For it is the power of God and the
Do you know what
salvation.
that looked like? That looked like some sort of Ku Klux Klan thing. That was early on in the day. Early on in the day, the ancestors had it bad. Why do you think you had it bad? Right? Because in those days it was wicked. That devil, you can look at it. That for Christ. It looks like for Satan, really. And that devilistic thing there was hard back then. Yeah, but Father, give it to you because you wanted to be there. And all the Jim Crow, and you start had it seriously bad over there, bro. Yo, don't get it up. We're coming upon the Wind Rush boats. The Wind Rush boat. This is the name of the name. Wind Rush. Them children. The Lovers Rock children. Right? They never come on no slavery, nothing. They weren't no poo-poo or nothing. No one jumping off nothing. They come trash on already. They come dressed nice. Wind brought them there. The wind. This is the name of the boat. Wind Rush. Not the White Lion boat. Not the Jesus boat. Right? The Wind Rush boat. And where did it go? Wait. Where it go? Great. Weird. Great Britain. Right? And the king is a black man. What's the king's name? King James is his name. And he was king of England, king of Ireland, and king of France. 1566 to 1625. And his Bible is called King James. It's his Bible. It's a black man's Bible. He was the king. King James version of the Bible. It's the king, it's a black king. That's the...
To everyone that believes.
I think it is one of the tragedies of our nation, one of the shameful tragedies at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. It's one of the most segregated hours, not the most segregated hours in Christian America.
This religion that is the...
You see this boy here? You see this boy here? Martin Luther King. See this boy here? This boy's a net seller. His name is Michael. He's a Misha'el. But him and his father changed their names. And then when you have a look at the original, Martin Luther King is a white man. He was a systematic white man. He was against everything. He's a wicked man. And they changed their names. His name is Michael King, not Martin Luther King. It's a white man. He's part of the system. This one there. This is why Father shot him in his face. So you don't even know what's going on, guys. These are not your people at all. They're sellouts to the system.
Is the power of God and the salvation to everyone that believes.
I think it is one of the tragedies about
Nelson Mandela. I've showed you pictures already with his best friends, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, going partying with them, dressed in outfits, everything, because he buckled at the end of that sentence. You have no idea what's going on.
our nation. One of the shameful tragedies at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. It's one of the most segregated
His mates are
hours. Like the most segregated hours.
I have them in the house. Things are posted on my platform. Go and have a
This
look at
religion that is divided amongst itself.
It's all not real, right? And there's no way, right, a brown-skinned son can go on that platform unless he is that platform. They wouldn't allow it. They don't even speak Father's name on them platforms. Not at all. You're not allowed to. Not allowed to. And they say, all right, then I won't do it then. You're damn you sell out to Hebrew.
There are an estimated 45,000 different denominations of this religion. They are divided on end-time belief, divided on the law, divided on what sin is, divided on what holidays to celebrate. There's just a massive amount of divisions. But even though they're all divided, and they argue about these divisions amongst themselves, with all that division, all throughout it, everyone still wants to say that their Christianity is true and biblical. They'll say that their Christianity is the biblical Christianity. So though they're divided on doctrines, the one thing that they want to make sure that's understood and believed is that Christianity itself is biblically valid and true. And my question to you is, are you really willing to bet your soul on that premise? I mean, was Christianity still true when it condoned slavery?
Week by week, Methodist fellow missionaries were converting more slaves to Christianity.
Look at this. Oh, they know this. Look.
Was it true when it divided people based on the color of their skin? Was it true when it started accepting homosexuality? Was it true when they used this Christian beliefs to conquer the world?
Yeah.
To put it simply, submit or be done.
There's a long history of Christianity that many people like to avoid and act like it doesn't have anything to do with the religion that they claim.
And it's wickedness.
And I'm asking, do you really believe that this religion...
And it goes against humanity. It does. And today, we're doing Jesus today. We're going to do it today. We're doing Jesus today because that's where the energy is. So we're going to get Christianity out of the way first. And then we're going to show you how to get Jesus into your house. Right? And to wake him up inside you, because the biggest secret is he's inside you. And we're going to show you how to connect. Right? But first we're going to get Christianity out of the way. So go and get your popcorn. It's a long one today. Today's a long session. And we're going to bring in a Jesus child as well. Because we're going to try and get this thing down. It's only the children can do it because they do it truthfully. They want to add bits in there to make themselves look good. But it's not about you. It's about finding out the truth. It's not about adding yourself in it as well to make yourself look good. No. So what we need to do, we need to look at Christianity, because that's what Christianity does. So when we know that's not the way to do it, then we can go and do it the way the book says to do it. And then the spirits will come and say hi to you. Right? Nothing to do with Christianity. Not at all. It was originally, it was, but you infected it. And what told me your father never not once brought me into Christ. Never not once have I ever been shown that. Ever. Not once. He brought me to Roman Catholic just for a little while. And as soon as he see me, he stole me. He said, come here, I want you to be my altar boy. I'm only an infant, come on. So, the preacher would love to tell you dreams. Now, let me see on your CV. Do you have been an altar boy on there? What about the first one you come in here? Let me see what you have on your CV. Then they call dreamer. Right? This is not for you. This is not for you. And if it is, you have to either come behind us, attach yourself to us, right? Or go check Jesus, right? There's no other way for you, you damn tramp.
Week by week, Methodist fellow
Yeah,
missionaries
you tell the people
were
to
converting
say
more
that, that's what you
slaves
do.
to Christianity.
And it's time to work it out now. Like there's more to life than What up there? There's more to life than apps. Oh, the damn app. And then behind the app is you. So we want to do things where you're not behind. Just stop it. Shush, Satan. Please, we're in session. Damn tran.
Was it true when it divided people based on the color of their skin?
Was it true
What-
when they divided people on the base of the color of their skin? No, they're telling you the DNA of Christianity. We're showing you this, and then we can push it aside, and then we can do it the book way. You know the way the book says to do it? You know the scripture, the way that way says to do it, where you don't add anything to it, or take from it, or leave something out. You just observe it, right? Because it says if you do anything, you change one word of it, all the diseases and the infections that is on there, I will give them to you. And if they're not in there, they come from the cocoa basket. English people call it cocoa basket. And it's me, give it to you, right? What up then? I don't know where to find it. I need to say that you're trying. Go get your Bible out. Ain't got one. Get your phone out, right? Revelation, double number, 22. Right at the bottom of it. Last page. And when you read it, close it gently. Last page, right at the bottom it tells you. Revelations 22. That's what it tells you. That's what it tells you. Go and read it, man. Go and read it. Right? Since you want to check out. What about the homosexual? You even brought homosexuality into the Holy Bible. Weird. Where you take this thing for? Swap and change? What about change and swap? No. Leave it Kodesh. Leave it holy. The damn raw man. This swap and change. The damn raw man. Ja. Toto. He wants to change everyone. Leave people the way they are, the way Father made them. Stop
Was it true when it
Stop
divided
it.
people based on the color of their skin?
Hey.
Was it true when it started accepting homosexuality?
He started accepting homosexual. No! We don't want it. Call it what you want, right? Her name is Eve, not Steve. No! Her name is Miss Eve, not Mr. Steve. Oh, Miss Tell him. God's hey.
We're converting more slaves to
What's wrong
Christianity.
with you?
Was it true when it
What up there? You know when you keep changing people's quality, then you can't see what Father put in them, right? So leave people alone. You're too spiteful, right? Leave people alone. Let me say it again. You're too spiteful, right? Leave people and leave people things alone. Stop breaking and stop playing not that ginger. You know, I'm a grown man. You're playing not that ginger. You know what I mean? How old are you? He says, I'm in my 40s. And what shoe size are you? He says, I'm shoe size 8. Well, at your age, not your shoe size. He starts running off to his mum. The damn tramp. Ja?
We're converting more slaves
At
to
your age, not
Christianity.
your shoe size. Damn tramp. He says, I'm size 14. Still at your age, not your shoe size. The damn tramp. Hey,
was it true when it divided people based on the color of their skin?
naughty.
Was it true when it started accepting homosexuality?
Naughty.
Was it true when they used this Christian beliefs to conquer the world?
Oh, naughty.
It's simply submit or be done.
There's a long history of Christian.
Did you hear it? Submit or be damned. The man said he'll be damned. Look what he's showing him. He's on a cross burning. He's on a cross burning. That's Christianity for you. What about the half that hasn't been told? Here we are, miss. Here we are, miss. Here we are. Where's your manners? You can't see them, miss. But 10, 10, 10, 10. Stop saying 11, 10. Just stop it, miss, please.
Based on the color of their skin?
Let the other half be spoken. You don't need to infect it. Because when you infect it, then you start bringing Romans in, and you start putting Romans on a pedestal, which they're not. They are the worst kind for humanity. And they come out of barbarians. They're the worst. Just grab the kids, get the materials, run. Because when barbarians come in, warriors not only they take the land, not only they take the resources, they also want to intermingle you to what? To a Roman, to run. Yes, sir. Run, run.
To Christianity.
Was it true when it divided people based on the color of their skin? Was it true when it started accepting homosexuality?
Yeah, last one. Roman, you need to understand this, yeah? You're in a cursed complexion. You need to understand this, Rasta. The whole world works on the scriptures, nothing else. And in the scriptures, it says, right? Put your hand, disciplined child not. Put your hand in your pocket. Put his hand in his pocket. He said, take out your hand. But he took out his hand. Yeah, shush. No. Put your hand back in your pocket. When you put it back in, he said, take it back out. He said, whew. He said, make that be a warning. If you do not do your Torah, right? I will turn not just your hand, your whole complexion. I will turn it into lepra, right? And I'll make you stay with that. And I'll make you be seen with that. right? So what happened? The damn forefathers, from where? Children of Japheth, right? Which is our brother. We are the Ham. I do apologize. We are the Shem. Africans are the Ham, right? And beautiful Europeans are the Japheth children. Now, the grandfather's a thief, the great-grandfather, the great-great-grandfather's a thief, then the son is a thief, then the grandson is a thief. And because he kept stealing, right, when Father gave you your portion of the earth, right, him say, you know what, I'm not going to do you the hand treatment, I'm going to do your whole body, right? So that means now, when you don't have your melanin, you don't have no humanity behavior, and you don't have no protection from the elements outside. Right? This is a curse to you, sons. And when we curse the adults, what happens? It goes to the children. So it'll be to you, your descendants, and your descendants. And what's happening? And now you see the sun's drawing down lower on you now. And what's he doing? It's wiping you out. It's the earth turning against you guys. It's the earth. Because you called the, sorry grandma, you called the sun a nigger, a gollywog, and a black butt. That's what you call the sun. And these are the sun's children. Right? And if you see, when the sun comes out, these children don't lay in it. They play in the sun. They play in it. Right? Because the sun and these children are family. Melanin. They're melanin children. The sun is melanin. Now when you're abusing these children, you're abusing the sun. And they're not telling you these things. So you're burning and dying in the sun. Why? Because you're too wicked. You're too wicked. Right? You're not seeing indigenous children. They are the earth, indigenous children. They was given everything. You once was indigenous, but because of your bad behavior, right, you turned leper. And you want to come tell everybody white is the... No, it isn't done. It's a lie. He's lying to you. And it's your forefathers you need to blame. Because of their behavior, we as the children suffer. Our forefathers did the worst. Oh, I don't want Jesus to be my king. I want King Herod. Yeah? All right, you're going to suffer. You, your children, your children's children. And this is what it is. You know, and it goes back to the same book again. This same book. We're all suffering from this damn book. You know, we thought that for 2,000 years. Oh, shut up, Trump, because one day equals 1,000 years. And 1,000 years equals one day. So technically, that stuff's only 2.5 days. All right, I'll give you a bit extra. That thing's not even 3 days old. So they still got fresh memories, idiot. Wake up, man. With your homosexuality and all that foolishness. Beautified children, because we've all been lied to. All of us, me included. Now we're just trying to unpick the lies, that's all. Together. No, no, it's not going to work like that, because the spirits are not going to come in and help you. They don't do aggression. So they teach you aggression, so no spirits come into you. Right, so you've got to reverse that, go back to being gentle, and then it works easier. That's how it works, because they bless you with truth from the sky to the ground. So if you're walking in truth, the sky's blessing you, and then the ground's blessing you, right? But the minute you do anything unrighteous, the second, right, then you perish in it. This is the earth's rules, not them lot. Do as you will, because the earth has more than 33%. The earth. So when you do the earth thing, it outwashes that rubbish, right? And time is here, guys. You've got to get on board, done. Otherwise, you're going to suffer with these sons. And you don't want to do that. Because they've done a lot of bad things.
Was it true when it divided people based on the color of their skin? Was it true when it started accepting homosexuality? Was it true when they used this Christian beliefs to conquer the world?
To put it simply, submit or be down.
There's a long history of Christianity that many people like to avoid and act like this. It doesn't have anything to do with the religion that they claim.
Of course it does.
And I'm asking, do you really believe that this religion is true? And are you really willing to bet your soul on what this religion has really taught you? That is the question I'm asking you to consider in these last days as we approach the coming tribulation that's upon this world. Now get this straight here. Please be clear that I am a strong believer in the Holy Scriptures. I love the Bible and I believe every word that's written in it. But I absolutely am not a Christian, and that's for many different reasons. Christianity is a religion that on the surface seems biblical. But when you dig deep into the doctrines, it is not a doctrine of service to our Father, but a doctrine of abusing grace, editing covenants, rejecting the way our Father actually chose to reach humanity, and making it only be about the way Christians want to receive Him. It lacks the love and reverence for our Father that He deserves, and requires. And in the end, it does not prepare those who follow it to be ready for what our Father plans to do in the last days. And for the most part, you wouldn't really understand this view if you have not read your whole Bible. So I'm asking you to consider your religion that they taught you. If you have not read your whole Bible, are you really sure that this religion is leading you towards what is biblically promised? Are you really willing to bet your soul on that? Now understand, Christians, they have a disrespect and a lack of love for our Father that is absolutely my biggest rejection of this religion. And that by itself is the biggest danger for all who follow it. But after that, it should be understood that Christianity also leads in a specific direction towards the anti-Messiah. What I'm saying is that where Christians are being led is not biblical. And I have not ever met one Christian from one Christian denomination that is focused on what our Father has actually prophesied in His Word about the last days. If you're willing to bet your soul on Christianity, then so be it. But for those that are, I'm telling you that you're making a horrible mistake with your soul. And I wanted to make this video to assist you with understanding this. So let me ask all of you, have you ever tested your beliefs? Have you ever tested your doctrines according to what the Word has actually said? If you haven't, and you're willing to bet your soul on this religion, that's very dangerous. I am a man who's pleading with as many that will listen to get off the road you're currently on and recognize where this road that Christianity is taking you is leading you. So I am challenging all who are believers in the Messiah sent to Israel. I am challenging you to test your faith according to the scriptures. You need to make sure that you are actually on the right side, because our Messiah prophesied of this division that I've spoken of in this intro here. Understand, our Messiah prophesied that He would plant wheat and that Satan would plant tares. And the problem that people that claim the religion of Christianity have, the problem is that they are influenced by the tares that Satan planted. And most of them don't want to deal with it. Most people, when they bring this up, they look at it as they're just arguing with me. When it's not about me. I'm nobody. I will have to stand before our Father just the same way as all of us will. I am just one that has diligently searched the scriptures and tested my Christian beliefs and found that Christianity is not in any way biblical, and it is in fact a religion of tares. I have made this video to test your faith and anyone else who believes that they are seriously on the right path. And I ask you to take it seriously. Are you a wheat or are you a tare? Do you know? Take the test and let's find out. Let's begin. Okay, so before I give the test, let me give you some background. First, let me say this. This is not a subject that's easily dealt with. Because it deals with your soul, it's easy to take offense when offense is not meant to be given. As these things are being discussed, please understand that this is not about you. It's about the religion that you've been attached to. I do recognize it's easy to feel personally attacked because in the end, it does come down to a lot of your decisions. But this is not a personal attack against you. So, conversation, it must come with humility. Especially if you have not ever truly read your whole Bible. Or if when you started to read it, you started from John first.
No.
These are ways that have ensured that you do not have a proper foundation. And so it's easy to understand why you would not get what is being said when I'm coming against this religion of Christianity. So it does require some humility. Here's the thing. If you really are in the truth, then it should be very easy for you to take the test and prove that what it is I'm saying is false. But if you recognize that we're in the last days, then you should consider that maybe it's best to test your beliefs before the world goes into tribulation and the Antichrist steps on the scene. So it's going to require some humility on your part. I remember when I had to deal with this personally. It was very humbling and scary. I made many excuses for Christianity over the years, which is why I kept studying to find when the devil actually interjected himself in the religion. It wasn't until I got to the creation of Christianity itself that I was able to declare without any doubt that it was Christianity itself that was false, because the foundation itself is false. And here's the thing, your pastors and influencers, they're not going to deal with any of those facts. They will talk all around it, say why it doesn't matter, but they're not going to deal with those facts.
Come out.
Please understand, it's not easy going against the biggest religion in the world.
I know it's not.
And that's why most people will not come against this religion.
I know, because it pays their bills, isn't it?
Messiah said the whole world will hate us because it hates him.
They do hate us.
But yet you can speak about Jesus and the world will accept you. Again, Christianity is the largest religion in the world. It is in the majority. Celebrities, politicians, Even Muslims, they will accept you when you.
What did I just hear him say there? He said, if he was to talk about Jesus, they would accept you. So they don't want you to talk about Yahuwah. Why? Because his name's too holy. So we can't say it. Who's that? The devil children. That's what they say there. So what could we say instead? Because it's too not really. It's too holy. So he says, let me think. A rotten child in the background says, I know. We can call him Hashim. And they all said, yeah, we call him. So weird. You mean pretend to say, Dinium. When you say Yahuwah, who controls the ruler? Now you want to come and change that for, wait, Hashim? No. But that's what they've done. Right? So you want to fixate on the Jesus, the name that you've made up as well. But we can't call that powerful name. Why? Because it's too holy. Sorry, Father. Because it's too holy. Right? So we can, let me think. The rotten child said, Hashim. So because the rotten child says Hashim, we go with Hashim. You're a joke, Rasta. You're an absolute insult to Father. Right? That Hashim and that rotten child, right, did not put your nostril. No, it didn't. It wouldn't even know what to do with the nostril. But Father says, come here. You couldn't come here, could you? Because you was a statue. You was a beatable statue. That's all you was. And he says, there is no life in worthless idols. So come here. Oh yeah, you can't kill him. So you have to go up to him and say, over your nostril, oh, you can't kill you. So you have to say, whoosh. And then, yeah, go out and go play. And where did he put you? He didn't give you to Molak to go kill, did he? He gave you to the woman. And what did she do? Did buzz on just to shut you up and come here. Did be a bit quiet. After that, it'd be a bit sleep. Did woman touch. Don't stop him. Please, don't stop him.
Speak about your belief in Jesus.
Boy.
The mainstream news will celebrate when 2,500 people are getting baptized in water proclaiming belief in Jesus. But why would the world celebrate this if our Messiah said the world would hate him? Why would the world celebrate all these people being baptized when the whole world is being made prepared for Satan? It's because what Jesus represents is different than what the true Messiah, Yahusha, represents.
Of course it is.
And it's when you teach the truth about the word, this is when you meet with enemies.
Yeah.
You'll find your biggest enemy comes from the largest religion in the world. You'll find that your enemy comes from everywhere.
That's a good point.
And that's honestly why people like Christianity, because it's an easier faith to follow.
That's a good point.
You know, Christians don't mind anything else in the world being criticized except for themselves being criticized and their beliefs being criticized. They can deal with everything else being challenged except themselves. So you will come up against much opposition because to Christians, they are not supposed to be challenged, though they can challenge everything and everyone else. And so again, I say all that to say that with this test, it does require you to have some humility. Often the biggest problem comes down to a few major issues. And so if you just deal with those issues now and recognize them, it can help with the humility part. And you can understand how these deceptions were able to happen amongst you. The first major problem is that you have not read your whole Bible. This is often the biggest and the biggest and the biggest and the biggest. The religion of Christianity is primarily based on
What is my share? He makes me to lie down in the pastures.
Go ahead, Satan.
He leads me beside the side waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the cycles of righteousness for His name's sake. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runs over. He restores my soul. He leads me in the cycles of righteousness for His name's sake. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. Restores my soul. He leads me in the cycles of righteousness for His name's sake. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Yahuwah is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the cycles of righteousness for His name's sake. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Because you are with us.
For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort us. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runs over. He restores my soul. He leads me in the cycles of righteousness for His name's sake. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahuwah forever. Restores my soul. He leads me in the cycles of righteousness for His name's sake. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
It feels like the humanity sisters, they're bucking and dancing up. That's weird, sir. I just love humanity, guys. You know, it's just simple, because I'm a simple guy, you know. I've done all that. I've got all the t-shirts to it. The gangster, the bad boy, the rude boy. How was you? I was rubbish at all of it, done. Every bit of it, I was rubbish. But I think I'm alright at this. I think this was what I was meant to do. This. Worries. Worries. Stop it. Here we go again. Dick can't play nearby. Alright. Dedication to all can't play nearby. You have something to complain about. Mighty Diamond. Words.
Come on, and so now
Dedicated to the front line. Italy. Works like Nazi. And he got to it. Wait. Shines on my mind. Shines on its mind. Every night till day. I will live to search. I will live to search. Come on, heart. And so Humanity. Be quiet, man. You brutalize humanity to get all this nonsense, right? And it's only a jackass will see it's not getting dismantled. And long may it continue, Rasta. I mean, I like how you treat people, Rasta. At all. At all. So we're bringing you bullies out. You're the spiteful. We're bringing you out now. What do you think this is? Hide and seek. That dance is done, right? You stay there. Just. Of the world are run better now, right? Because all of the humanity children that you've been brutalizing are now standing up, and we're all joining together. You know, separate, divide, rule and conquer. They're all joining up now. They're all forgetting what happened from before, because it was engineered to be like that with each other, right? And once they get together, this crumbles, and this is what you're seeing now, right? Because if people don't do this, do that, buy this, buy that, the thing crumbles. And then I start to say, we give it to you half price. Not good enough, we give it to you for a third. Not good enough, we give it to you. That's better, give it to us. We've got kids to feed, we've got people to feed, right? And that stupid Christmas shows you the same nonsense. Why? Because you get everybody, right, to borrow, beg and steal for this Satan day, 25 December. But you know what the crime shame is with that one? You know the next day, not even next week enough, the next day, all this money thing, what was so high in price, goes all the way down to nothing. And people are borrowing and stealing, right, to that day. And you don't even know what the day is. You don't even know what the day is. And when you celebrate that day, you get all their spirits to come to that pagan dance. Man. These pagan stuff has been going on even before Christianity. right? 1,500 years, right? They've been doing this from before Christianity came. So they've been doing these festivals 1,500 years before Christianity came. Before. And Christianity is a black thing. They just come and hijacked it and used it against the slaves to get the slaves now and changed it up to their language. The slaves can't read that. It is engineered wickedness. Christianity. Engineered wickedness. And when the children don't know what's going on, they're still following that thing. Like, so the question they keep asking them, right? Which father keep pushing this question in the face. Where did you learn Christianity from? Where? Alright. We're going to get technical. Because yes, Christianity is a black boy book. It is. Yeah. Alright, so let's go now. No. When, right, Father gave this slave master to you, the Christian book now, when he rewrote, that's better. When he rewrote, some say copied, because he can't create. When he copied the original Christian book and give it to you. So the question is now, where did you learn that from? Grandma. She don't want to answer. Grandma, please. Where did you learn it from? She get vexed. Me learn it from the slave master. Thank you, Grandma. You didn't learn it from Yahuwah. You learned it from your slave master, bro. And then you want to teach that to your children. And what did Father say? He said, teach the children. Pass this on to the children, children's children, the descendants, descendants. Where do I stop, Father? Until I come. Right? So how is it now you're passing down this Christianity thing to the sons, to the children? Weird, sir. Weird. Yo, sister, that was your job all along, right? I mean, even Pharaoh's daughter did it. That was your job. Even Pharaoh, the daughter, the father, right, is telling everyone to chuck them in the river. Right, but even Pharaoh's daughter did that response, and it's not even her responsibility to do it. But even she done it. I know you're psychologically doing, Grandma, is giving the sons to the system. This is what you're doing, but it's a psychological way you're doing it. Instead of burning them live and direct, right, releasing the chain and using the brain now, and you're not protecting the sons. You're not protecting the sons at all. The father's got to go to certain white women to protect your sons. He's going to deal with you later, I promise you. Why? Because I don't need a man. Why? Because I've got AI. Really? You stay there. You don't see he engineered it that way. Huh? You still can't see that, can you? You'll stay there. Just stay there. The whole destruction of the whole dance, yeah, is the whole world, right, was horrible to these sons. Before it was only Egypt. So we mashed up Egypt with all the plagues. It was just Egypt we hit, but no one didn't click on. This time it's the whole world that was horrible to his sons. Took this, took that from them, took their land, changed their identity. Oh, the whole world took part in it without working it out. The sons know, the sons are in these so-called high places, which is ours, they know. And they're the ones who are fretting. They know. And the earth is on them as well. They know. And all the war that they've got is Father speaking to these sons to do it to each other. Because these sons were the first ones in the beginning who all teamed up against us. But now they're fighting against each other. This is Father, guys. Trust me, guys. And these sons know it as well. Right? Because of what he did to the children. What he did to the children. And you have a tendency of raping children and burning children, and he's going to teach you about the essence of children. You even swap them, and it's a bargain if she's got it in her belly. It's 2 in 1. All the nastiness there, because Satan's saying you need to do that nastiness, and I'll pay you. But Father is going to show you the quality of a child. Believe me. Believe me. Since you've lost yours, that was a burning people children, right? That was a real people children. Now it's not coming to you. Rasta, tell me something. Have you ever done anything before? Apart from money and wealth. Other people, by the way, if you drink other people. Huh? Do you know the essence of love? No, that's lust, not lust, love. Huh? Humanity. What's that? Exactly, humanity. Locking you up, bringing you in a sweatbox. Now the foolishness there. Because of spiteful people here who hasn't grown up yet, who think there's something. So the question is, where is your house? Where's your free houses on the way? Huh? Where's all this property? Huh? Where's your entrepreneur? No, you're in a council place with everybody else, right? And the level people and the vulnerable people that you pick on, seeing you're better than them. They can't do this, they can't do that, they can't join this. Oh, I'm gonna break that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna touch that. You're wicked here, Rasta. Sitting at meetings about people you don't like. It's spiteful. And these are grown people. You have to be over 50 to get in here. And your mentality is disgusting. Run and ruled by a foreigner. With a crippled vagina and a crippled son, right? And a big troublemaker. The stuff I'm hearing, I can't believe you're still here. Rasta, even the council apologising for you because they're all in it together. And then you push down a 93-year-old man in his own house and still, you're still there. And you are the instigator. Now you want to come to court behind the screen. No, come to court now. You started all this. You came last time with your crippled son and the judge said, what are you doing there? Get out. You're too naughty. Now you've got the stage show. Come to the stage. Put your big girl panties on. Put on your petticoats, right? And put on your dress, right? And just come in. It's your stage now, darling, right? We want to hear what you're saying. Everyone's waiting on you, Sophia. Everybody. Sophia Long, something your name. You can bring your crippled son too, since you want the stage, right? We'll give you a stage. And all your bad behavior with humanity around here will come out straight away. And they will say, you are a witness? Huh? You are a witness? Weird. No, we need you to, this is your stage show, darling, right? So don't ask to give evidence behind the screen, because the answer is no. The camera never lies. If you go behind it, it starts lying. No. You damn try. It's a level playing field. You have no idea how grown-ups can be so spiteful. But it's a spiteful that can kill you. Wicked depth of spitefulness. And think they own around it. But they ain't got their own house. They ain't got their own car. If it's not an HP, they got 3 houses. One of them, they're not an entrepreneur. They're in the lowest of the lowest. They are. In the society, the way the society, lower class, middle class, so in that field, that. But then you get people who think they're not the lowest while they're here. And then they want to bully the people that are here. And the bell rings. And because I fight against that, this is why they pick on me. But now they're going to see the vulnerable people. And they'll be flabbergasted. But that shouldn't even tell you. I clean the community. None of these boys, and if they do, they use machines. Because they ain't got no stamina in them. But they see what I'm doing, and they still want to play knockdown ginger that I'm some stupid little boy. You damn tramp. Because you're spiteful. You're spiteful. The boy just moves in the first day. By the time I close the door, all the locks have fell off. Because you're spiteful. The next day the police want to arrest me. Why? Because Sophie along saying that I'm stalking her, looking through her window. The same woman. So it's plot. As soon as I come, it was already plotted. And they've been doing this for 4 years. The spiteful little people around. There's about 6 or 7 of them. And they think so we're calling them out. We're calling them out. We're calling you out. They drive around here with 666 private number plate. Let me say it again. 666 private number plate. Mercedes. To a child of Yahuwah. Right here, right here, right here. And these are the evil forces this child has to deal with. So it can't be a joke, can it? Well, it's not even a 6, it's private. It's private. Number plate, it's private. Beautiful children. And that's what's going on. Open your eyes, man. Pure devil children in the dance. I don't want your blood drinking. No! Don't treat us this way. One day, you will get your pay. It really is the chain that I use them spiteful, right? The Babylon release the chain, but then I use them just to maintain. Spiteful. That's not how you do it, right? The Babylon release the chain, but then I use them brains. Just to maintain this. The Babylon release the chain, but then I use them brains. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame that I use them brains. What shame? They release the chain, and I use them brains. The rest so good, I think. The rest so good. Please say it all. Never so good. Right? Never. Remember, beautiful children, just food for thought. There's not one nation on the planet that can do what these brown children can do. Don't forget, these children are in captivity. And look how they made the world. These children done it. These children. Edward Colston, Cabot because they've done this all around the world. These children. Remember that. Now these children want to be free to serve their father. The rest of them, the 98% of them, they're going to die. We don't business about them. We just want to praise Father in his world, want him to rechange it and show us the amazing things this world can do. We're fed up of this nasty rubbish now. We want you here, Father. We do anything now. Right? You said, what about the Ark of the Covenant? I said, and it's me mentioning that. We said, we do it this. It's me mentioning it. You want it? It's damn right too. We'll give the children the power, link us all up, and we'll go straight to Rome. We'll go straight to Rome, right? Straight to the Vatican. And as in Syria, right? It'd be just like when kind of know, the Pharaoh. You say, take it, but tell Father to bless me. It'd be just the same. Right, yeah. And before we give it to him, say, this is for the whole world, to give the whole world, because we've been lied to. Right, but you put it in us to go and get it. Look, we're not bargaining because we're not allowed to, but we're just saying, can we just chuck in there as well? But it is for the whole world, for forgiveness. That's not written nowhere at all. That's just me being extra. Yeah, me done. So the beating is less. And don't we know about beatings? Which one? With the white fronts or with old? Just stop it. Where? And it's only, right, Caribbean children understand that line. You stay there. Yeah.
The great deal out that's written in the Old Testament, especially Bible prophecy from the prophets.
Discipline.
So if you're leaving out 75% of the book of your faith, it's easy to understand how you have missed things. Another major issue is that you read the scriptures from the point of view as Christian. Meaning, if you do read your Bible, you force your Christian views to it with what you're reading. And when something doesn't fit, you ignore it. Another issue is that you didn't seek our Father out by yourself. You are more about what your pastor has taught you.
Yeah.
Put your soul in the hand of your pastors or your parents or someone else. You trusted someone else to guide you instead of seeking out our Father.
You know what, beautiful children? No, none of us know how to find Jesus, do we? We're not even going to go with Father today. In a bit, when we do it in a bit, in an hour or something, we're just warming up. We need to deliver it right. Man of Jesus' son. But we're not even going to go with Father because they've confused you with Father. So we're going to stick with Jesus. But you don't even know about Jesus now. You just know about his name. That's not his name. Emmanuel we're going to stick with. Emmanuel. Because we want them to come in now. They're going to come and we call him Jesus. We're going to go with Emmanuel. But we need to know about, we need to be opened up about this Emmanuel. Right? Because they're just telling us about, nobody even knows what Jesus is. Because they're not giving you enough contents to know. But Jesus, for them to then come into you and then you to start behaving the way that they need you to behave. For them to start coming into you. It's not going to work no other way. It can't be commercial. Because they're not commercial. You're damn tramp. Rest up.
Yourself. All these are major issues, especially the reading of the Bible. Like, if you do read, you only read the New Testament. Or you started your studies in John first instead of Genesis. These are major mistakes.
Major.
And so if you acknowledge...
Right? Because I don't know anyone, right, who goes to read a book, right, and instead of starting from Sometimes we get the preludes. That weird, right? But no. This is no. We started from the middle. And who starts a book from the middle? Christians, miss. I know what you say. No, we start the book from the beginning. But Christians, for some reason, start it in the middle or at the third of the end. You're just saying miss, and you miss everything then. Because the beginning of the book is before Jesus. So you need to get the foundation. You can't just start the race in the middle of the race and start calling Jesus. And that's not even his damn name. Just stop it, miss.
These are some of your errors. You can understand how it was possible that you could be attached to falsehoods and not even recognize it.
Without even recognizing.
And the best part of this realization is you now know what the problem is, and you know how to fix it. The problem is the foundation.
It is.
I mean, let me give you a brief example. We'll look at it from a secular point of view. Do you know what is going to happen to the majority of the people in this world soon? The majority in this world are going to lose everything that they have because of one major bet.
The money. Listen to this.
They're betting on the United States dollar.
That is dead.
There are many different views about the economy and investments. Some people with higher risk, so they invest in stocks, while people with lower risk, they invest in bonds. But in the end, they never question the underlying foundation that their investment is based upon, which is the dollar. And the dollar, that is the actual problem. And so many people are going to fall and become destitute in this world, all because they didn't question the one thing that they thought was sound and not going anywhere. And the crazy thing is that there's nothing but evidence about how shaky that foundation of their investment was. But they never wanted to consider how bad that foundation was, because what do you do about it? It requires a whole new outlook. And so if you understand how bad it's going to be when people realize how false these dollars were, please then imagine what happens when people recognize that this foundation of Christianity they are in, that is false as well. It's the same thought. People don't want to question the foundation. And you see, when tribulation starts, at the same time when their dollars are going to fail them, their religion is going to do the same thing. It's going to be a double collapse. And that will be a major problem for many. And so that's why I'm asking you to test your faith now before this all happens and your time is up.
So if you tried to put a CD or DVD in your laptop anymore, well, good luck. Because today, they don't come with CD or DVD drives. Back in the day, they all had them.
No. This is your turn. No.
So let me provide the background information. As I said, Yahusha, our Messiah, you may call him Jesus, he spoke in parables. And one of his parables, he prophesied of the wheat and tares. I'm going to read it. It's found in Matthew chapter 13. It says, another parable he put forth to them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the grain had sprouted and produced a crop, then the tares also appeared. So the servants of the owner came and said to him, Sir, did you not sow good seed in your field? How then does it have tares? He said to them, an enemy has done this. The servant said to him, do you want us then to go and gather them up? But he said, no, lest while you gather up the tares, you also uproot the wheat with them. But let both grow together until the harvest. And at the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, first, gather together the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn. Matthew chapter 13, verses 24 through 30. Then continuing down, it says, then Yahusha sent the multitude away and went into the house. And his disciples came to him, saying, explain to us the parables of the tares of the field. He answered and said to them, he who sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seeds are the sons of the kingdom. But the tares are the sons of the wicked one. The enemy who sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are the angels. Therefore, as the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of this age. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and those who practice lawlessness, and will cast them into the furnace of fire. There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. Matthew chapter 13, verses 36 through 43. This parable is truly remarkable and it's important. So let's clarify some things that are mentioned. Understand what tares are. They are indistinguishable from wheat until the final fruit appears. All those who are following his word and living for the Father and his will, they are the sons and daughters of the kingdom. But the devil has planted the wicked in the same soil. Remember, the soil is the world. The devil is sowing his tares amongst us. Now, if you look at the world from a top view down, believers would be the wheat and the wicked are the tares. Someone asked him, shouldn't we just pluck the tares out now? But he said, when you do that, you can uproot the wheat too. Farmers would pull out the tares, but because some of the tares look like wheat, they would also pluck out the good wheat too. You see, we're all growing together, the righteous and the counterfeit. And here's the thing to understand, that this point gets overlooked, and that's why Christians don't really understand this parable. You see, tares aren't about those who are like Satanists or those who are working in darkness. The tares are the counterfeit who look and act like believers, but in the end, they do not produce righteous fruit. All these different doctrines, all these false traditions, all these believers who say they love him, but side with the world more than they ever care about him, they practice the traditions of men before they ever turn to the word of Elohim for justification. They deeply offend those who are just preaching righteousness and living according to the word. These are the counterfeit. They look like wheat as they're growing, but in the end, they are not the same. Understand, when the angel comes to gather the righteous, all those who offend and practice lawlessness, they will be cast into the fire first. There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. But the righteous, they will be good. And so if you're going to understand the history of this world, it's important to have a better perspective of how you're learning about this world. In the past, if you have been under Christian doctrines, learning Christian history, most people that tell the story of the church, the Christian church, they tell it in a way of power. They tell it in a way that shows what they feel is the power of Yahuwah. Basically, by their logic, because Christianity has been able to be spread all over the world over such a long period of time, it just shows the power of the Christian church and the power of the gospel. That's the overall theme. But if you're now to review this overall perspective and understand that the people that have been telling you this history, the people that we have been told about in our history books, all these characters that have been given a lot of credibility throughout our history, and depending on who was telling the story, they were either heroes or they were villains. But overall, the story of how Christianity has been built up in this world is told in a way that gives people the point of view that it was put in place by the power of Yahuwah in order to bring the world to the truth of the gospel. And this is the reason why Christianity is the dominant religion in this world. But if you change your way of viewing history and recognize that the history you're actually being told in terms of biblical truth is all actually reversed, and you are only hearing about the history of the satanic side, you're only hearing the side about the history of the tares, you'll know that the history that you know is one that comes from the side of weeds. Then you will realize that you have been lied to and fully indoctrinated in order to accept a satanically led and controlled world. All the history that's noted in this world and recognized in our history books is only told and is only supported because it helps promote the satanic agenda of Satan being worshipped as the Most High. The doctrine of Christianity in this world has been told to us from a false perspective that we've been praising and rooting for tares. From the time that Rome made Christianity the religion of Rome, they have been a weed that has been planted in the field by Satan. And over the years, the weed kept being spread in the field, which is the world. It branched out, yes, and there have been many changes over the centuries, yes, but it's the same weed. When the Greek Orthodox split from Rome, they felt they were different, but they're not. It's the same weed. When the Reformation happened and the Protestant church was built in Europe, there was a different name and different doctrines, yes. They feel that they're different, but they're not. The root was still the same. It's the same weed. When it gets to England, it's a different name, different doctrines, yes, but still the same weed. When it gets to the Americas and the missionaries want to take their doctrines and spread it around the world, it's a different name, but the same weed. It all comes from Rome as a root from the tares that Satan has planted. And this is how history has been told to us. So as we hear the history of the world, we want to hear about it as the history of how the church was spread. But it's actually the history of how satanic doctrine that will be used to make the world believe Satan is the Most High. It's how this doctrine was able to be spread and believed. What I'm communicating is that we are learning history from the wrong perspective. And because we are learning from our enemies who have pledged allegiance to Satan, we are learning to love our enemy and reject our heroes. We seek to be controlled. We seek to be under their influence. And so because we are indoctrinated, we keep learning and learning. We keep attaching ourselves to falsehoods, but never come to the truth, because we have committed ourselves to a system that intends to draw us into worship of Satan. We do not know we have done this, but this is the world that we live in, and this is the Matrix. And so I've explained in great detail in the Testing Christianity series all of this. But that's the overall premise. Christianity is a religion of tares that Satan planted in the same field Yahushua planted his good seed in. It may feel like it's biblical because they're taking things from the scriptures, but you will see when the faith is fully grown, the faith is completely seen to be opposite of what the scriptures say. It does not match the scriptures. And because we're in the last days, there is a major separation right now between the wheat and tares, because the wheat and tares are fully grown. You see, most of us came up as tares, and then had to be replanted by going back to the Word and letting the Word feed us, nurture us, and grow us. And we had to let go of the doctrines of men, so we were no longer tares.
This biblical drink, made with honey and cinnamon, is one of the most incredible methods I've ever seen to get rid of the parasite that causes type 2 diabetes. I only recommend this biblical drink if you truly want to eliminate type 2 diabetes. They say this drink, mentioned 27 times in the Bible, is the reason Israel is the only country in the world without a single case of type 2 diabetes. I had no idea about this until I traveled to the Middle East, where some scenes from The Passion of the Christ were filmed. That's where I realized just how corrupted the type 2 diabetes industry in America really is. Why don't doctors tell people that type 2 diabetes is 100% reversible? They would rather let people suffer than reveal this biblical drink that flushes excess sugar from the bloodstream in less than 72 hours. It contains 3 simple kitchen ingredients that, when mixed the right way, clear out the excess sugar buildup in the blood. There's a free video showing exactly how to make this drink at home. If you're interested, click the Learn More button. I also...
When you review Christianity according to the scriptures, you find a great deal of falsehoods that Christians believe. And so I have made this test to prove it. I made a PDF of this test so that you can print out on your own and take the test, and also test others with it. Take the test and see where your views classify you as. Here are the questions to test whether you are a wheat or a tare.
Oh no, you can't do that. That's what
Number 1, who is our Father in heaven in covenant with? A, the world. B, Christians. C, Israel and Judah. D, everyone who believes in Jesus. Question number 2. Does the identity of the children of Israel matter today? A, yes. The Jews in Israel are the chosen people. B, yes. The identity of Israel matters because of Bible prophecy. C, no. Who Israel is today does not matter. D, no, because we are all Israel. Number 3, what holidays do you celebrate? A, I don't celebrate any holidays. B, I celebrate the Christian holidays like Christmas and Easter. C, I keep the feast commanded in the scriptures like Passover and Sukkot. D, it doesn't matter what holidays I celebrate because Colossians chapter 2 verse 16 says, don't judge me. Number 4, do you believe the whole Torah was done away with? A, yes, we are no longer under the Torah. B, no, the Torah is still to be kept except for what changed in the law. C, no, the Torah is not done away with, but we are not judged if we don't keep it. Number 5, do you believe the commandments our Father declared in the Old Testament are still to be kept? A, yes, I believe we are to keep the commandments. B, no, we don't have to keep the commandments anymore. C, yes, we are to keep all the commandments except the Sabbath. D, no, we are to keep Jesus' commandments. Number 6, who is the God that you serve? Letter A, Jesus. B, Yahweh. C, the Lord. D, I serve a triune God. Number 7, what is the end time prophecy you are waiting for? Letter A, I'm waiting for the pre-tribulation rapture. B, I'm waiting for the mid-tribulation rapture. C, I'm waiting for the post-tribulation rapture. D, I'm waiting for the second Exodus. E. I'm waiting for the new heaven and new earth to come down. Number 8. What is your view on the prophecy of the restoration of Israel? A. I believe it happened in 1948. B. I'm waiting for this to happen. C. This already happened and we are in Satan's little season now. D. It does not matter anymore. Number 9. If we believe in the Messiah, are we promised to go to heaven? A. Yes. At some point we are going to go to heaven. B. No. There's no biblical promise for us to go to heaven. Number 10. Do you practice the ineffable name doctrine and believe our Father's name is not important? Letter A. No. I do not believe in an ineffable name doctrine, and I believe that we all should call on his name. B. I don't know what this is, but I call our Father the Lord. C. Yes. I believe his name is too holy to be uttered. And these are the questions. These questions are major doctrinal points that separate the wheat from the tares. There is only one biblical answer to these questions, which is why I chose them. If you take this test and answer these questions, you can better gauge where you are biblically in your faith.
Sure.
I put a timestamp on this video so anyone that wants to come back to this test can do so freely. Now here's the deal. We need to deal with the answers. I didn't want to make this video too long, so I split up the questions and the answers. This is part 1. In part 2, I will release tomorrow. I will deal with the answers to these questions. So for right now, please just print out the test, take it, use it with your family and your friends, and test them.
That's good.
Test your pastors.
That's good.
Test your influencers.
I do like that.
Test
that is good.
A. Yes.
I do like that.
Here are the questions to test whether you are a wheat or a tare. Number 1. Who is our Father in heaven in covenant with? A. The world. B. Christians. C. Israel and Judah. D. Everyone who believes in Jesus. Question number 2. Does the identity of the children of Israel matter today? A. Yes. The Jews in Israel are the chosen people. B. Yes. The identity of Israel matters because of Bible prophecy. C. No. Who Israel is today does not matter. D. No. Because we are all Israel. Number 3.
That's not right.
What holidays do you celebrate?
Good question.
A. I don't celebrate any holidays.
True.
B. I celebrate the Christian holidays like Christmas and Easter.
No.
C. I keep the feast commanded in the scriptures like Passover and Sukkot.
I don't know them yet.
D. It doesn't matter what holidays I celebrate because Colossians chapter 2 verse 16 says, don't judge me.
Just be quiet.
Number 4. Do you believe the whole Torah was done away with?
No.
A. Yes, we are no longer under the Torah.
Who told you that, Esau?
B. No, the Torah is still to be kept, except for what changed in the law.
I don't understand that.
C. No, the Torah is not done away with, but we are not judged if we don't keep it.
No, nonsense.
Number 5. Do you believe the commandments our Father declared in the Old Testament are still to be kept?
Hell yes.
A. Yes, I believe we are to keep the commandments. B. No, we don't have to keep the commandments anymore.
That's Esau.
C. Yes, we are to keep all the commandments except the Sabbath.
No, that's wrong.
D. No, we are to keep Jesus' commandments.
That's naughtiness. It's nonsense.
Number 6. Who is the God that you serve?
Yahuwah. God
Letter
of
A.
Israel. God of Israel.
Jesus. B. Yahweh.
What?
C. The Lord.
No, that's
D. I serve a triune God.
bad.
Number 7. What is the end time prophecy you are waiting for? Letter A. I'm waiting for the pre-tribulation rapture. B. I'm waiting for the mid-tribulation rapture. C. I'm waiting for the post-tribulation rapture. D. I'm waiting for the second Exodus. E. I'm waiting for the new heaven and new earth to come down. Number 8. What is your view on the prophecy of the restoration of Israel? A. I believe it happened in 1948. B. I'm waiting for this to happen. C. This already happened and we are in Satan's little season now. D. It does not matter anymore. Number 9, if we believe in the Messiah, are we promised to go to heaven? A, yes, at some point we are going to go to heaven. B, no, there is no biblical promise for us to go to heaven. Number 10, do you practice the ineffable name doctrine and believe our Father's name is not important? Letter A, no, I do not believe in the ineffable name doctrine, and I believe that we all should call on his name. B, I don't know what this is, but I call our Father the Lord. C, yes, I believe his name is too holy to be uttered. And these are the questions. These questions are major doctrinal points that separate the wheat from the tares. There is only one biblical answer to these questions, which is why I chose them. If you take this test and answer these questions, you can better gauge where you are biblically in your faith. I put a timestamp on this video so anyone that wants to come back to this test can do so freely. Now here's the deal. We need to deal with the answers. I didn't want to make this video too long, so I split up the questions and the answers. This is part 1. In part 2, I will release tomorrow. I will deal with the answers to these questions. So for right now, please just print out the test, take it, use it with your family and your friends, and test them. Test your pastors, test your influencers, test everyone you can, and really see where everyone resides. Look at the doctrines that everyone believes in. This is a time to test your faith, test others' faith. These are extremely important questions. What will happen is next we will discuss the answers. So just go to part 2 and understand where your doctrines stand. So we'll discuss the answers next. Until that time, continue to grow in knowledge and truth. Live your life in the truth and stay out of the lies. Because the kingdom of Yahweh is truly at hand. Be ready for it. And be blessed. Hallelujah. Praise Yah. Okay. Thanks again for watching. If this has blessed you, please make sure to like it and share it with others. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Yah willing, I upload every Friday and Tuesday. Also, please don't forget to follow this ministry on Facebook and Instagram to find out when these videos are posted. As always, I'd like to give a special thank you to all those who have donated and contributed to this ministry. Your contribution and your support are a huge blessing to this ministry. I thank you for your obedience to Yahweh's call and your heart. I'm humbled by your support, and I'm very thankful for you. Thank you for all who have been sowing in. Be blessed. Okay, thanks again for watching, everyone. I love you all.
Do you know how amazing it is? Just 3 seconds? It gives you a smoother shave than your wife's, leaving no stubble. Developed jointly by a renowned razor brand team and New York University. Not only does it shave, it also neatly trims hair and nose hairs. It uses imported diamond blades that easily remove even the most stubborn hairs, leaving no shavings. Even after 10 or 20 years of use, the blades remain as sharp as ever. The 360-degree curved design perfectly conforms to the contours of the face, providing a complete shave experience without irritating the skin. The entire razor is washable. Simply rinse with water to refresh it, and it lasts up to 90 days on a single charge. It's compact and portable, about the size of its box, perfect for business trips or carrying around. Do you know how many married men are still using old-fashioned razors? Not only do they not shave cleanly, they also irritate the skin, and are now a hassle to clean. Smart people have already switched to this razor. No other razor can match the user experience of this latest model, and no other razor is as durable as this top brand razor. Many people think top brands are expensive, but there's a special offer today. This razor costs the equivalent of a factory-made hamburger. Factory direct sales, genuine product guaranteed. If you miss today's opportunity, you'll have to wait another year. Order now. Yoi o soasas.
This professional 32 terabytes SSD cannot be found in any electronics retail store, even if you spend $1,000 on it, but now you can get it for the price of a bottle of beer. Due to recent global customs regulations, this hard drive developed in Germany cannot be exported. To pay our employees' wages, we are offering these drives at an extremely low price. These devices have been certified by the European Electronics Association. They boast an impressive 32 terabytes capacity, equivalent to the entire collection of books in the New York Library, yet compact enough to fit in your pocket. Equipped with a USB 3.2 Gen 2 interface, they achieve transfer speeds of up to 4,000 megabytes per second, which means you can transfer 3 4K movies in just 1 second. The palm-sized metal casing allows you to easily edit 4K videos even on a plane, or handle sensitive financial data offline thanks to its technology. It features 256-bit AES encryption, perfectly compatible with Windows computers, MacBooks, and even iPads. Most importantly, it is 100% compliant with the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. Its data security meets European standards, ensuring that customer information and trade secrets are fully protected. Additionally, its rugged design, with IP60 and IP67 ratings, makes it waterproof and dustproof, ensuring your data remains protected even in extreme temperatures, from -20 degrees Celsius in winter to 45 degrees Celsius in summer. If you purchase today, we offer a 10-year extended warranty. In case of defects, we will replace it free of charge. There is also a 30-day no questions asked return policy, with a full refund if you are not satisfied. Only the last 100 units remain in stock. Once sold out, the price will return to its original rate. Place your order now and don't miss this opportunity.
What if I told you that 15 books were deliberately removed from your Bible, not lost in time, not destroyed by accident, removed by men in power who decided what you should and shouldn't know about God? While your Bible has 66 books, there's a version hidden in the mountains of Africa, in a nation that Rome could never fully conquer, that contains 81 complete books, 15 forbidden texts, books so dangerous that possessing them in medieval Europe could get you executed for heresy. And if you're watching this right now, it's not by accident, because what you're about to discover will either shatter everything you thought you knew about Christianity, or it will finally make sense of what your soul has always felt was missing. One of these forbidden books describes angels descending to earth, having relations with human women, and creating giants, 450-meter-tall hybrids that consumed humanity until God had to reset creation with a flood. Your Bible mentions this in 4 verses. This book explains it in 108 complete chapters. Another reveals a perfect 364-day calendar that God gave to Moses, a calendar that would expose how Rome manipulated time itself to control when you worship. And there's a text showing the final judgment so graphically, so explicitly, that the church banned it because it said, you don't need priests as intermediaries between you and salvation. These aren't conspiracy theories. These are ancient manuscripts, preserved for 1,700 years by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church.
And
Ethiopia,
peace. Yeah, you.
the only African
Rice
nation
and
that was never
peace.
colonized, the only Christian
Outside
church
that.
that maintained
Wherever you
complete
are.
independence
Outside.
from Rome, the only Bible that preserved texts the Council of Nicaea decided to eliminate. Among those forbidden texts is the Book of Enoch, a book so powerful, so revealing, that it was directly quoted in your current Bible. Yes, you heard that right. The Bible you hold in your hands quotes a book that's no longer included in it. In Jude,
I've just been out there doing a little bit of cleaning. The damn birds, innit? Because when we got the landing, right, and we got the ratings, the birds are always sitting out there watching me, guiding me. But the damn poo-poo. So I took out there and cleaned it. And you know bird poo-poo? I have no idea. Must have some acid in it. Because you need to get the hard bristle. And you're scrubbing them for ages. Not just wiping them. The thing's solid. But it's nice to have the birds in the dance. It's beautiful. You've got nature. Coming to see if the child's alright. They always sit there, guys. Always. People say, how come birds sit there? I said, I don't know. Just tell you and I.
verse 14 to 15.
You doing alright, guys?
It's
Oh, they're hot enough, but it's a nice hot down. It's just wow. It's just wow. Trust me, bro. And I know you're going to say, whoa, that's a bit technical. You have to give a little bit of attention to the sisters. Listen to this. Who have periods. Listen to this. I know some sisters who have, and it is painful. Whoa. And especially in this weather. So spare it for the sisters, Rasta. It's just, I don't understand, it's technical. I didn't ask you to get technical. I just said spare a damn fault. Oh, this damn boy miss. I have no idea.
It's explicitly Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied about them. See,
I mean,
the Lord is...
certain women are struggling in this weather. You know what I mean? Certain women, old tight sisters, old tight sisters, that damn empathy, that damn Noah, who is that, the woman, which one? Oh, the Eve, the damn Eve.
Is coming with thousands upon thousands of his holy ones. Jude is quoting word for word from the book of Enoch, chapter 1, verse 9. So the inevitable question arises, if a New Testament apostle considered the book of Enoch important enough to quote directly, why was it removed? Why does your Bible mention a book you can no longer read? The answer will shake you, because what Rome feared wasn't just the content of these books. They feared what would happen if you discovered them. They feared you realizing that the version of Christianity you were given was filtered through political power. That 15 complete books containing detailed prophecies about the last days, complete stories about the birth and childhood of Jesus, mystical teachings about the inner kingdom, apocalyptic revelations more graphic than the revelation of John, testimonies about women leaders in early Christianity, and sacred calendars were all declared heretical.
For just £13, you can enjoy free internet for life. No SIM card needed, no complicated registration, and...
What depression?
3 months in prison, a fine of £2,500, confiscation, and complete destruction of the only remaining roof over their heads. That is not a sentence for dangerous criminals, but a cruel punishment that the UK law of 2026 is imposing on impoverished citizens who dare to turn their cars into emergency shelters. When structural inflation and the collapse of the traditional housing market have driven over 382,000 to homelessness, the four-wheeled vehicle is no longer a means of transportation, but has become the last fortress of survival, keeping them from the cold ground. A profound human rights crisis is ravaging England, where even those working exhaustingly 60 hours a week are stripped of their basic right to live, and the impoverishment of people is brutally criminalized by the authorities. Today, let us delve deep into uncovering the hidden corners of the system. Listen to the voices of the four-wheeled citizens. and explore the root causes that have led millions of Britons to gradually lose everything, including their most basic human rights. Have you ever thought that the mighty United Kingdom, which once warmed the world with the Industrial Revolution, now helplessly watches its people freeze right in their own homes? In 2026, the British dream of a comfortable life with heating hot water and a proper dinner officially shattered.
I got it.
The media called it a cyclical economic recession.
Oh, look at this.
What a euphemistic way to placate public opinion. But let's call it by its true name. This is a profound human rights crisis, a systemic failure. Our country once signed the ICESCR International Covenant committing to ensuring minimum living standards for citizens in Article 11. Yet now the prolonged belt-tightening policies have turned those legal commitments into worthless pieces of paper. The collapse is most evident in the most basic things necessary for sustaining life. Look at the energy bills. The government's price cap policy seems humanitarian on paper, but it has been completely rendered ineffective by the geopolitical storm in the Middle East. Oil and gas prices are soaring, and that burden is being directly transferred to your mailbox. We are living in a ridiculous paradox of a developed society. Millions of low-income families have to completely turn off their heating in the bone-chilling winter.
Terrible.
They call it the heat or eat battle.
Yeah.
A cruel, inhumane choice that should never have been allowed to exist in this century. Do you want the numbers to speak? The organisation, Just Fair,
What about getting in power, right? Waiting 14 years to get in power, right? And you go to all of the elders, because they carry the swing, and the elders said, all right, we'll back you, Labour. We'll back you. Some of them went against Conservative, right? And as soon as they got you in, what did you do? You took away all of their heating, man, all of it, Labour. That is the worst thing you could ever do. As soon as you got into power, you turned on the elders, done. Nobody would ever forgive you for that, Labour, ever. You picked on the elders. You didn't even take 20 quid, you took the whole £300, man. You took the whole of the heat, and the winter was coming in a couple of months as well. It wasn't even like, you know, you had a year to prepare for it. It's just wickedness, right? You, Labour, you did that. You did that to Grandma and Grandpa. You did it.
Firms that around 5.5 million households in the UK have had to cut back on portions or skip meals entirely. When the stomach is empty and the house becomes a freezer, 2.6 million households have had to turn to loan sharks, pawn shops, or high-interest loans in exchange for a few days of survival. And what happened to the state-level social welfare network is paralysed.
But you can keep billions to other people and give billions to what? And then you're hearing people complaining, and then you say, stop being racist. They're not being racist. It's their money. My ears are ringing. It's their money. And you're giving it to causes which doesn't suit them because it's their money. So when they're saying that, you're saying that they're being racist. No, you use that to shut them up. No, Rasta. This is an absolute joke. And it's the people that make you the money. I don't see why you have to be the one who distributes it. Right? Because every time you got it in front of you, you're skimming it down. Sometimes you say you didn't even receive it. Right? And my ears are ringing. You're a joke, Rasta. And without the people, you couldn't make nothing. Right? So you use all your schemes to get money out of the people. Right? And then when it comes to the people, what you tax them as well. For their own, it's a joke, man. It's a wicked white man. Wicked, wicked to the world. Just wicked. Rasta, there's no breathing space. When the vampire drink the blood, right? From the nerve. Which nerve? The one nerve into Now we can go to the jugular. That's all I got left. Give me some blood from the jugular. This drum. You already got it from all the nerves. Now you want the jugular. This is this system. It's a vampire.
Responsibility of saving people has been shifted to charitable organisations. The Trussell Trust report presents a shocking statistic. A record of over 2.6 million emergency food parcels had to be distributed in 2025, a staggering 45% increase compared to the pre-pandemic year of 2019. Do you feel a pang of sadness when the government fumbles with technical reports Food banks become the last line of defence for the economy. When a civilised nation has to rely on the goodwill of charitable organisations to feed millions of its citizens, where is our governance system? Is pushing this responsibility onto society a technical failure or a complete moral collapse of the entire system? But to understand why essential needs like electricity and water have been turned into luxuries, and why our wallets are emptying so quickly, we must strip away a more ruthless vice. A macroeconomic vice is silently squeezing all classes from top to bottom.
Still frustrated that your new computer doesn't have a disk drive? Many people still have collections of DVDs, Blu-ray movies, and photo discs at home, only to discover that their new laptop can't read them at all. It supports reading and burning DVDs, CDs, and Blu-ray discs, while also featuring built-in USB expansion ports and an SD card.
England in 2026 is no longer a country of evenly distributed prosperity.
Of course it's not. Of course it's not. It's a joke, man. It's just waiting to crumble. It's crumbling as we speak now. It doesn't serve its people. It never did. It never did.
In 2026 is no longer a country of evenly distributed prosperity. We are being torn apart by something that economists coldly refer to as a K-shaped economy. The upward branch is the endless accumulation of wealth by the super rich. The branch that digs into the ground is you, me, and millions of working families. The wealth gap has reached a record high in modern history, turning promises of a fair society into a farce. What is the bitterest part? That is the real income from wages completely outpaced by the skyrocketing cost of core services. The universal credit system, which was originally created as a safety net, is now so torn that it is powerless against structural inflation. Look at the new shameful definition of this era working poor. Those who have full-time jobs but are still poor. The low-income group has completely exhausted their financial space. They have nothing left to cut back on except for their children's meals. And when they can no longer cut back, they fall into a trap. Consumer debt credit cards and loan sharks have exploded as a temporary escape, but have turned into bottomless pits to cover the monthly cost shortfalls. The younger generation students and newcomers to life who have not yet had the chance to contribute are already burdened with a huge hidden debt from uncontrollable rent. Even the middle class who once took pride in owning a fixed home now lie awake at night due to mortgage loans as interest rates remain persistently high. The fear of losing the ability to pay and being foreclosed upon is fracturing the psyche of every household. At the top level, what is the government doing? They are being squeezed by a double bind. On one side is the staggering public debt and the enormous interest payments that devour the budget, eliminating any fiscal space for investing in public services or direct aid. On the other hand, global geopolitical conflicts are disrupting supply chains, making inflation as stubborn as a malignant tumour. As a result, the Consumer Confidence Survey in May 2026 recorded a shocking figure. The level of pessimism about personal finances hit a record low. The people have completely lost faith in the system. Is labour still the core value of the nation?
No,
when a citizen
it took money off grandma and grandpa when we trusted it and put it in power. It went straight for her winter fuel bill, straight for hers and grandpa's, straight it did. Straight, it took all of it as well, the whole lot of it. It didn't even take 20 quid, which 20 quid is terrible, but he took the whole 300. All of it he did, the damn tramp. Then he tried to come with a disabled crew, right? But then he said, hands off. Well, you should have said, hands off for grandma and grandpa.
faith in the system, is labour still the core value of the nation? When a citizen dedicates all their time and effort, but still has to borrow at high interest rates to meet basic survival needs, and when the government prioritises using your tax money to pay public loan interest to financial institutions rather than protecting the lives of the taxpayers themselves, who is the true owner of this nation. But when this macroeconomic vice completely shatters the financial capacity of households, it doesn't stop at mere numbers on the balance sheets. This storm immediately swept through the traditional housing market, triggering a chain collapse and paving the way for the most brutal wave of evictions in 2026. When the macroeconomic vice tightens on wallets, the traditional housing market immediately experiences a chain reaction collapse. Have you ever wondered how a country as proud of its stability as England could witness a real estate crash so brutal that it drives hundreds of thousands of people onto the streets overnight? In 2026, the brick and mortar housing market completely collapsed structurally. Social housing has been severely cut, forcing all low-income residents to depend 100% on the private rental sector, PRS. And this is where monopoly reigns. Landlords began extracting scarcity rent, taking advantage of the housing shortage to drive up prices. The December 2025 report by the organisation Shelter revealed a shocking figure: 382,000.
Miss, this is what your mother said. She said, Anthony, the system is not going to allow you to buy your own house unless father gets it to you or your grandmother. So in the meantime, make sure, son, when you're looking for a home, it is cancelled. You hear me? I said, yes, Mom. I said, why, Mom? Because with council, from you pay your rent, I get on with your neighbors, the council will not do any bargains and deals and throw you out. I said, that's what you feel. Don't get cheeky. But the landlord, him greedy like Pinocchio. If his friends will put up the price, he will put up the price. So, Mom, and the council won't do, you get it now to do, right? So, yes, you have to wait long on the council. But when you have your council home, you know, like I said, I know, Mom, what? From I pay my bills and I keep my backside quiet, the council will be all right. But Mom, that's not happening. When you're a different child, right? So we're not talking about you. We're talking about now, my children. Why are they horrible to me? Just take the bro, man, sweetie. We ask so much questions, right, bro?
618 people are facing homeless.
But now, the problem is, you can't even get a council place now. So what they're doing, they're trying to force you onto private, right? And then say, one room, £1,500. You said, what? You said 16 then. Right, just because you know you need home, you need it, then they take the mick. This is what they do. When they got you dependent on something, they take the biscuit to make you beg and plead. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. We, don't say that, okay? We really like you. We want to tell me more, or I'll give it to you. This is what they do. You could be an artist, right? You could want a business from them, right? You could be addicted to paracetamol. You could be addicted to woman. Anything. Once they got you addicted, well, they let you know. And then they tinker and toy with you. And then you got to tell them how great they are. They can't hear you. Tell us more. Tell us more. Because one thing about these spirits here, they like to be honored. Look at me. Look at me. So when spirits come in you, they do all sorts of bad naughty things. So you look at them. They're doing that because they want you to honor them and look at them. Right? Like the Ouija board. Where again? Quickly. The Ouija board. Now. There's a Ouija board. What happens when you walk past it? Nothing at all. You don't even see it now. But what happens when you say, the Ouija, it jumps in you. What happens when you sit down and say, let's play the what happens? It jumps in you. Same thing, right? With all spirits that you can't see. Just the Ouija board, you can't see it, but it's on the Ouija board. So, when you see the G, where you say, Grandma said, Duppy, know who to frighten, right? No, in England, they say a ghost knows who to frighten. In Jamaica, they say Duppy knows who to frighten, right? So when you don't show the Duppy or the ghost no attention, it cannot jump into you. But when you start, Ouija, wham, in you. But when you see it and you just smoke, they can't do nothing. So bear these things in mind, because there's jumping spirits down. They jump in you guys. They jump in you, right? So I'm just staying, in it. Because all clubs are off now, right? Because this is a spiritual dance now. There's no more in the flesh. Right? We're going in. You know when you go in? We're going in. And no one can go in better than the children, because the children don't lie. You like, but you're trying to beat yourself up. So the man said, read this. But you're reading it and putting yourself in it to make yourself look good. He didn't say that. He said, just read what's there. Don't invite yourself in it and boost yourself up through this thing. Yeah, idiot. And this is what they do all the time. And Satan sees that weakness and comes up to it and says, come, I'll make you super. Really? Yeah. All you got to do is do this. Is that it? I'll do it, yeah. And then you didn't see the small print. Go and get the blood. What blood? The small print. Go and get the blood. I have to go get blood. Right, what do I do? Drink it for me. And you go to stop it. Right, go and get some animals. Whoa. Go and get me a camel and a bleeding mammal. What am I going to do with that? Just get it and I'll show you. And then he'll get the camel and your mum will know. And he gets these dirty children to do sexual and you're like, shut up, right, your turn. That's how it goes then. Serve you right. You play with fire, you get burned. Why don't you now today live and learn, you stupid child? I have no idea, miss.
2025 report by the organisation Shelter revealed a shocking figure. 382,618 people are facing homelessness in England. On average, 1 in every 153 residents is homeless. The peak is in the capital London, where the rate reaches a horrifying threshold. 1 in 45 people are homeless. The cruelty of the system is deeply... The peak is in the capital London, where the rate reaches a horrifying threshold. 1 in 45 people are homeless. The cruelty of the system is deeply etched into future generations, with up to 100...
The cruelty of the system. The cruelty of the system is nobody's friend. That's it, the cruelty of the system. There it is there. And it's children that work for it. The spoiled children who've never had nothing for in their lives. Just spoiled. No, they're not spoiled, that's the wrong word. Selfish is the word. Not spoiled, because they've never had anything to be spoiled. Just evil, selfish, and wicked, and cruel, and deceptive, and cunning, and crafty counselling. And they all get together. They're really so good, innit? All getting together, plotting wickedness against good children. See, but the earth now sees you and brings you out to do your wickedness. And they're all scattering that. No, come back together. You're a wicked set of children.
53 residents is homeless. The peak is in the capital London, where the rate reaches a horrifying threshold.
Because the system is in emergency. Why? Because the dollar bill's finished and it doesn't know how it's going to survive. It tried to go to Iran and bully Iran. That didn't work. They don't know what to do. Good, serve your damn rights.
1 in 45 people are homeless.
Serve your right.
The cruelty of the system is deeply etched into future generations, with up to 175,025 homeless children, accounting for nearly half of the total victims. More than 350,000 people have to cram into squalid temporary shelters. So serious that Scotland had to...
Can you dare believe it? There's actually a light that never runs out of power. Lift it and it turns on. Close it and it turns off. No need to plug it in at all. It has a solar panel on top, so it automatically charges in the sunlight, and a single full charge can last.
To declare a national housing emergency.
Yeah, but don't be angry, beautiful children. That you have to at least not honour, but you have to at least respect the system in that aspect. Why? Because it tells you we don't protect nursing the infant. It tells you. So the question is, you got to look at you, because it would also throw these things at you, warm you up. Then it brings Satan out, but you're half Satan anyway for the things it tells you that that we're doing, and you're like, all right, we'll just do it. So they're preparing you for Satan, guys.
1,025 homeless children, accounting for nearly half of the total victims. More than 350,000 people have to cram into squalid temporary shelters. So serious that Scotland had to declare a national housing emergency from 2024. But the darkest corner lies in a policy paradox that makes you shudder. On May 1st, 2026, the Tenant Rights Act officially came into effect in its first phase, bringing with it a promise to protect the poor by abolishing the no-cause eviction mechanism, a humanitarian intention. In theory, it is correct, but in reality, capitalism operates differently. A survey by Handelsbanken in Q1 2026 indicated that the new legal compliance costs have placed an average burden of £31,411 on landlords. To mitigate risk, 63% of landlords chose the extreme solution, wildly increasing rent prices before the law took effect. It is this wave of price increases that has triggered a storm of arrears. 56% of landlords report that tenants are no longer able to pay. Immediately, landlords circumvent the law by resorting to the abuse of Ground 8 to legally evict those who owe rent for 3 months or more. Worse still, even if you are a model tenant, you can still be thrown out through the Ground 2 mechanism. When landlords default due to high interest rates, banks have the right to seize the house and evict you immediately to auction it off to recover the debt. Is there any justice when a law named tenant protection inadvertently provides a legal excuse for landlords to raise prices and evict them en masse? And the number of over 175,000 homeless children, is that just a statistic in the indifferent real estate market? Or is it the sentence for the future of this country? When the rental price storm swept through the cities in the previous section, the people pushed out onto the streets did not immediately lie down on the sidewalks. They chose a temporary retreat, hidden homelessness. You won't see them in the glossy government statistical reports, but they are real. The most painful form of this invisibility is sofa surfing, the act of sleeping on a friend's sofa or in a corner of their living room. Data from the English Housing Survey reveals a bitter reality. Up to 1.5 million households in England, equivalent to 6% of the national total, are having to bear the burden of these unwelcome guests. Delving into the demographics, you will see the stark impact on young people. 54% of those who have to sleep on the sofa are aged between 16 and 24, and 61% of them are men. But kindness has its limits, and the landlord's utility bills keep rising. The financial pressure weighs heavily on both sides, causing family and friendship relationships to quickly fracture and then break apart. The phase of sleeping on the couch has come to an end. When all the doors of society were simultaneously closed, the people of England were forced to seek an unconventional shelter structure, and the personal car, the old truck or the dusty van suddenly became the only remaining options. By this time, the car has completely lost its original definition. It is no longer a tool for moving, going to work, or going out. The car has become the last fortress of survival, the only physical barrier preventing a person from lying directly on the cold asphalt. The trendy media tries to romanticize it as a trend of living freely enjoying movement. It's ridiculous, let's face the truth. This is an emergency survival escape, nothing more, nothing less. This phenomenon is exploding most intensely in expensive urban areas, notably Bristol. The Bristol City Council confirms that the number of vehicles used as permanent residences has increased by 300% since 2019. The historic park area of Bristol Downs, once a symbol of elegance, has now transformed into a permanent parking lot for over 60 to 100 camper vans. This nationwide earthquake has seen similar hotspots erupting from Brighton, the coastal town of Falmouth, to the cultural hub of Glasgow.
It was going on in Bristol, didn't I? Told you. Just because the system's not catching no one. And there might even be people who are in their cars or in their caravans now, listening to me. Evening, guys. One side. Evening, guys. Hope you're doing nice. Keep your chin up, man. Listen to these things, what's going on. Whoa, I have no idea. This is why we're going to get rid of Jesus, though. But it's not people's fault, it's the system. It doesn't catch you, bro. The system put you in this situation because we're all sensible and we're all guided by spirit. But when they take you to start following their nonsense, and then when you have a problem, they don't catch you. They put you in this situation. They put you in this situation, guys. They're the ones. They put you in this situation. There's nothing wrong with you. If you've got mental health issues, it's them that drive it. It's them. It's not you. It's them. It's them.
Timbury.
And then they choose to look down upon you and use you to further themselves. It's them. Have they ever put their arm around you? Have they ever asked you what is wrong with you? You know, why you suffer with whatever you suffer with, because we all suffer with something. I suffer with something as well, as you know. So no one's damn perfect, though. But these people like to go on like they're perfect. You want to see them when they first wake up in the morning. That's what you want to see them like. That's what you want to see. Quiet tram, I do it the same way. And you know it. Damn tram.
A new class has officially formed in the heart of England, the four-wheeled citizen class. But what is life really like behind the closed curtains of those four-wheeled coffins? And how does the state's...
Four-wheel coffin. He's talking about the people living in caravans. I mean, there's an army in there. There's a trailer load of them in there. Because the system's forgotten them, bro. The system has forgotten them. And then, because, you know, they need to do the basics. This is what they're doing, the basics, and you haven't catch them doing the basics. So when they're outside in the caravan doing the basics, you want to come and say they're a nuisance. But he's cut it off again. He's cut it off again. You want to come and say they're a nuisance. They have to do the basics. You know, wash, cook, clean, relax, rest. You know, they need a home to do these things. If not, they do it in the caravan. So of course, outside of it's going to be messy a little bit. They tied it up the best way you can. You can see it. You can see they're doing their best with what they've got. And you're still saying that they're a mess and they've got to go. Again, basics. Yours is being covered in a house. If yours was to be taken up, where would you do the basics? Outside. Where do we start to do the basics? Outside. And these people, you force them to be outside. But they're not outside. They're using their head and using a caravan. And still, they're in the caravan. And you still find fault with these people. I know what they're doing is the basics in the caravan. Right? You strip them to not have the basics. Is what you do. You strip it down to the bare, so you have to beg you just for the basics. Rasta.
Closed curtains of those four-wheeled coffins. And how does the state's legal machinery treat these poor yet resilient working citizens?
I was just saying that, but I didn't even know they was working, and they're working as well, right? And they treat you like you're a criminal, looking down upon because you have 4 houses and 1 on the way. But it's all right. Father's taking that away from you. Father is taking it away from you, and you won't even have a caravan. Why? Because you don't even know the basics to do in a caravan. You have no idea how to do the basics. So these people who are surviving, right, and Father will bless them because they're surviving, right? They're hustling with their style, right? They're not hustling with your system because you need to know how to hustle this thing without the system. And this is what these people are doing. And you're making their life even more difficult. What are you going to tell them now? They've got to move on. Move on to where? Where are they going to move on to? Where? Huh? All they're doing there is doing the basics. That's all they're doing. Washing, cooking, cleaning, eating, resting. That's all they're doing. The basics. But because they're not asking you for help on the basics, right? You want to move them on. So how do they ask you for help? They take the mark. No, they're not taking the mark, right? They're going to take the poo-poo off Emmanuel, and then they will get the mark. And through the tribulations they're going through, no longer will it be a tribulation. What will it be then? It will just be long suffering. And in long suffering, you get used to it. Because it's part of the good words with love, compassion, empathy, sympathy. All those beautiful elements, these words slip in. Long suffering, hardship. Now you haven't got this right now, guys. What you've got is this wickedness. Beg me and I'll give you for your basics. Nothing else, just for basics. And this is where you are with these fools. It was alright in the beginning. This is how they reel you in. Remember? Yeah? It's like a distant memory now, don't. Now you're drinking blood, you're going against people, you've got no control of your life, you feel like you want to commit suicide, you're sworn to Esau, you can't be yourself, you can't speak, you can't say really what's going on. You know, it kills and hurts you the way they treat children. But you're too far gone in it and you can't do. No, that's a lie. You're not too far gone in it. Take the poo-poo off. Take the poo off. Take the poo-poo off on the Torah. And tell him you're sorry. And tell him you was tricked. You know, brown tongue. And then you'll get covered. And then you can come on the next journey, which is then the house, which is the church. And you stay away from these devil children. Right? Because what may seem magical in this world is never what it seems. You hear me? You hear me? Let's hear that.
And how does the state's legal machinery treat these poor yet resilient working citizens? Let's pull back the curtain and step inside in the next part.
If you get hot easily, this is one of the best inventions you'll see. It's a mini fan. It clips onto your shirt and blows.
Let's see.
Pulling back the glass curtain to step inside, reality will slap you straight in the face, dispelling the romanticism.
Yeah, get up to me. Yeah, not you guys, not you. Get up to me. Yeah. The art of distinction when it comes to the TikTok. Why are you always putting the threats on? Why? You can say I'm a peaceful trooper, just trying to find my way home, which you blocked just for a while, Esau. So why when I come on your platform just to say hi to you, just leave people alone and just do silly stuff and just live, just let spirits do their thing? Why are you always putting threats on? Restriction this and restriction that. What am I doing which is restriction? I'm not burning children. I'm not telling people to put poo-poo on Jesus of Nazareth, right? I'm not telling people not to read the Torah, right? I'm not telling people that white people, right, are the sin of Satan. When it's you, right? So, the sky, message of the truth. The ground, message of the truth. So if I was to tell lies, I would perish in unrighteousness like you, so I'm not going to tell lies. So if you need to cut this, then cut it down. But feel free, man, cut it. But don't threaten me with, you can't do this, you can't say, don't do that, bro. That's naughty, right? Because you're not allowed to burn children. And you're not allowed to lie to people and tell them that they are the synagogue of Satan children when it's you. It's you. It's you. The book says it's you, right? You. And it says, I hate you. Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2 to 3. It says it there. Esau I hated, and Father's never said to anyone that he hated. Yes, he said some things about the Gentiles, about their behavior, and about how they treat each other and others. But it never says, Gentiles, I'm going to kill you, or I hate you. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that at all. You're too light. But it does say in Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2, Esau I hate. That's what it says. So you know what happens when someone hates someone, isn't it? Then it gets you to go around and do all this killing. And that's what you're doing now. Now you notice you're doing all the killing. You don't notice it? Alright, and even your soldiers are committing suicide. In the thousands, your soldiers, the ones who are doing the killing, are committing suicide. Now, how can soldiers who are doing the killing then commit suicide in the thousands? It's because they're not doing it. It's Father saying, oi, kill that, oi, do that, oi, have sex with that. Right? And it's wearing you down now, innit? It wears you down, don't it? All the killing and life wears you down now, innit? So now you're killing yourselves. EDF soldiers, you, Israel soldiers, you. You know what's going on? You still don't see it. Since you're like killing, right? Father's making you kill yourself now, right? In the thousands, you soldiers, and Father's still saying, no, there's more killing. Go and kill these ones now. Go and block these ones now. Go and murder these ones now. Go and use your soldiers, dogs, to have sex with Palestine. Because Palestine did the same thing to my sons. Joel 3 says that. So he does his father do it, or he doesn't speak it. And he gets Israel to do it. And then after that, when he wants you finished now, he just goes to where? Malachi, chapter 1, verse 2. I hate you. You just don't need to do all his work. You're just doing all his work, Esau. You're just doing all of his work. As he speaks it, it comes to fruition. Remember, let there be light. And what happened? It was like, Esau, go and beat up this one. And Esau goes and does it. Why? Because the ruler inside, guys. Don't make them fall here, son. You have no idea what's going on. He speaks it, it comes into fruition. Right? Remember, there is only one son. There is only one. Right? And how do we know to separate themselves? Just ask them about the nostril. Ask them if he can do the nostril. Right? If him said him can do it, show him to do it then. Right? So he can't put breaths. So he cannot do, he's not divine, so he cannot do anything. Don't waste your time. Because what's coming is not divine. What's coming is scary. And it's coming for these stupid sons. And you don't want to get yourself caught up with these sons. Because when it comes, guess what happened? They're running to you, miss. I can guarantee you. They'll be running behind you. Right? And you must push them out the way and just grab the kids, right? Because that's how it's written. You push them out the way. Right? And you grab the children. And you say, Father, where am I going? And they would tell you. You got to have faith in them because they're doing it, not Satan. They're doing it. So you got to have faith in them. And to have faith in them, you got to take the shit off, guys. Sorry for my language. You got to take that off. Because this is the spiritual realm we're going into now, not the flesh. And they've killed your, well, they have, and they've suppressed it with the poo-poo and the book. You cannot drive without the book. You'll be blind. You don't know where you're going. You need the book. Everything's in the book. Everything's in the church, which is the house. Everything's in you, which is them. Right? But you got to take the poo off for him to come back in you. And it's as simple as that, man. Simplify it, and you get the answer now. And you need to hurry up now, because time's coming. Beautiful children. You need to hurry up.
View presented by the media.
Right, come on, let's go.
We are not talking about the lazy or those marginalised by society. Look at the demographics of the four-wheel class in 2026. They are the backbone of the workforce, reflecting the ruthless penetration of the crisis into the depths of the working class. First is the group Grey Nomads, citizens aged 55 to 64. At an age when they should be enjoying a peaceful life with a cup of tea, they are impoverished due to the depletion of their accumulated pen.
That's what it says, guys. If you don't want me interrupting, so you know, Father, he says, right, when any elders reach 50, that's it, done. See if you you step up now, right? It's you sit back and you teach the children. We said we like that, right? So you have 50 years of this knowledge. So now you kick back, right? And they serve you now and you teach them. This is, and the bell rings. This is how we do it. But these people get to work till you're worn out, and then the elders don't teach us nothing at all, because it's done in this stupid system, this stupid idiot system which is against humanity. It's totally against it, totally. Right? Because you need women and you need the elders to lead the children. You don't need no AI, that damn AI. You don't need no stupid artificial intelligence. Beautiful children, we need human intelligent. It's called HI. That's what we need. Not AI. Not artificial. We need HI. Human intelligence. And these sons can't do human. They can do. They got so many apps, right? You might as well call him app. Coming up with so much app. I got this app, and you can do. I'm not fed up with these damn apps. And looking cute and Rasta. That's Satan. Foolish distraction. Foolish. We are not children, and these men are brutal. And all they're doing is working for Esau, brutalizing women, brutalizing children. But when you read the Talmud, then you know what's going on. And you've got to read it, man. Not all of it, just the 20, right? The most 20 disgusting things, just that. Nothing else. Don't read the rest of it. It's no good, man. I wouldn't read it myself. Right? But the first 20, I couldn't even preach for a whole day. I had to stop, because that thing's dangerous now. And that is directed at Gentiles. But the thing is, they are Gentiles. But they think they're us. And they think they're higher than Gentiles, so they must treat Gentiles this way, how they treat them. It doesn't work like that. When we get the crown from Father, we ain't allowed to treat people like that and think we're better than people. How are then people going to want to praise Father when we're showing them that? But what Satan children are showing you is what you got coming with Satan. These are his children getting everything in order. Then the Antichrist will come out. Now the Muslims already got their Antichrist. He's already out saying, I'm the Antichrist, this, that, whatnot. That one we're not too concerned about. The Satan Antichrist we're very concerned about, right? Now this is just the son, who be in a human form. And then you got the father, which is Satan. They just copy us. Right? And this is what is getting made, where we like to turn out. And the children are modern Israel. And you are their slaves. When you get the courage to read the Talmud, you will see you are being used by them, because they see you, right, as their children to do what they want. Look at the way they speak about you in there. You're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, we'll put you to death, we'll do that to you. Any children of yours are this, white women are that, this, that, what, not, where, because you signed that stupid stuff. So they're just getting all this ready for when the Antichrist comes. And then the Antichrist gets it ready for who? Satan. And this is the dance. However, we will be gone. Hold the winds. And then the wind holds. He says, let me mark my children. And those who are connected to them. And the greenery. Now come and do your nonsense. And then you will be stuck here, guys. And that is the dance. Can't say no clearer than that. That is the dance. And the driving force of that is Christianity. 2.6 billion people follow that rubbish. And that is getting you ready for Satan. It's written many times. Even they wrote it. Albert Pike, 1871. Just say that, Albert Pike. And you get the three, World War I, World War II, World War III. What they have predicted. They've got World War I right, World War II, and they predicted World War III, which is Muslim fighting against modern Israel. And while that's going on, there's going to be the biggest anarchy you can ever see. Right? And then it says Christians will realize that they've been delusionized, and them and atheists, whoever they are, it'll be the bloodiest fight ever, it says. And while all that's going on, then we can bring Satan out in the public view. That's what's written all over. And that's by Albert Pike, who is the next field marshal in this devil team. Right? So all these things being planned before we even come out of our mother's wombs, warm or not. Right? But the thing is, it can't be stopped, because it's prophecy, it's written. It's Father's prophecy, not theirs. But the thing is, are you going to get caught up in it? Or are you going to disconnect from it and find out what it is that Father put inside you? Because this is all they want. They want you to burn with them. That's all it is. They know they're going to burn. Some of them don't. Some of them still thinking because they haven't heard this side. That's why. Right? But some of them know we're going to under birth flu. And some of them know they're going to die. But many have been tricked. And one religion, 2.6 billion, one religion. There is nothing on this planet that everyone's all followed so much. One religion. That one there. That is a devil religion. Whether you like it or not.
65 to 64. At an age when they should be enjoying a peaceful life with a cup of tea, they are impoverished due to the depletion of their accumulated pensions before the inflation storm forced to spend their twilight years in old, worn-out camper vans.
So remember,
even more pain.
Last one, guys, last one. So remember, we are in two nations. We always was, but Father's just revealing it now because he's in the dance, him and his son. Two nations. It says nations, not twins. Nations for Pacific, two nations. Two. It's time for the hand now. It was the heel, right? But now it's the hand. That means Esau's dance is finished, and this is what you're seeing. But it's not just going to be, bye-bye, no, it's going to be smashed up to bits now. It's going to be a proper dance now. Proper. You're going to see some demons you've never seen before. You're going to see some stuff that's going to stop the heart. We're in that season now. And all these sons, remember, they will run behind women. Remember me telling that. Remember. You stay there.
Is the working poor class. They work regularly, dedicate themselves full-time, but are completely powerless against the average rent price reaching £1,734 per month in Bristol. Let's look at the typical case of an exhausted working mother. She works 60 hours a week, but at the end of the day, she still has to squeeze her two small children into the cramped space of a converted truck. Why doesn't she rent a house? Because the strict PRS regulations require huge deposits and a perfect financial guarantor, which are completely impossible for a low-income worker. The crisis also has a harsh gender dimension. Homeless women are forced to choose compact vehicles, pulling the curtains tightly to hide themselves. To protect their physical safety from the dangers on the streets, they have to establish a continuous nomadic life tonight, hiding in a hospital parking lot tomorrow, nestled in a...
This pocket-sized pressure tool is so powerful, it strips a decade of grime off concrete in 30 seconds, which is exactly why regulators are trying to get rid of it.
They can't touch me now.
There's a new power wash nozzle out there, and it's the most savage cleaning tool you'll ever own.
In a train station.
And this is all to children who are trapped and no one will listen to the wickedness that they're doing to you. Don't worry. I've got Ace of Spade card for you. Tune in, man. Tune in.
Trying to make themselves invisible to public surveys. But while they can evade people, they cannot escape the weather. The reality inside the car cabin is a physical torture. These vehicles lack insulation systems, turning into ovens in the summer and freezing like ice boxes in the winter. No electricity, no clean water, no septic toilets. Those days of deprivation are ravaging their health, accumulating into chronic respiratory and joint diseases. Not to mention the extreme psychological pressure. The constant fear of being chased and harassed causes them to fall into a state of prolonged insomnia and severe depression. Amidst that pain, how did the management apparatus respond? Instead of a hand of humanitarian support, the central and local authorities chose cold punishment. They are intensifying a ruthless legal strategy criminalising poverty. The main dark milestone is Part 4 of the Police Crime Sentencing and Courts Act 2022. This act created a brutal turning point by transforming the act of residing in a vehicle on public or private land without permission from a civil offence into a criminal offence. The police are granted supreme power to arrest and prosecute anyone sleeping in their car if the act is deemed to cause harm, disruption or distress to the surrounding community.
Yo guys, I got one. Why don't we show him our hearts? Tax-free! I like that one, innit? Let's do that. Let's show him our hearts. Tax-free! That'd be a good one, innit? And then he would stand out a mile. Why? Because he does tax, doesn't he? That greedy trap. I mean, he even put money on the water. You know, to keep yourself clean. You're charging people. It's not even that. You need it to survive. Because this beautiful physique, and yours, and the whole world. 80% is water, geezer. Excuse me, manners. Excuse me, man. 80% is water. So if it's 80%, we constantly need water. But the fools poison the water. So if we're using water, what do we have to do? I know it takes bleeding ages. What do you have to do? All right. You got to boil it in the kettle first, innit? And then you got to get the container, put it in the container, put it in the window, but make sure you cover it a little bit. Leave a little air to breathe, but make sure you cover it as well. And then wait till it cools down, and then you put it in the fridge. And then you continue that cycle until you got a lot of it. And then you can drink that water. I said, okay, son, because the water's poison, son. I said, I know. And this is why you don't see us wash every day, because that water is not good for this complexion at all. So every 2 days, sometimes, might do it on the third day. You know what I mean? But if it's every 2, but not every day. We used to before. That water there is not good at all, bro. And I'm sorry, right? We just don't trust anything that comes from him, because he's got no care or position, miss. None at all. I've seen how he treats you, miss. I saw him the other day, right, when you asked him to take your bra off, miss. He ripped it off, miss. Yeah, because you know that bit there, he got frustrated. I said, no! Damn tramp. The tramp.
And sleeping in their car if the act is deemed to cause harm, disruption or distress to the surrounding community.
I'm not here. You're not yet in time. You have to go.
When the poor workers are pushed to the brink, as mentioned earlier, how does the executive branch respond? With the harsh penalties of the PCSC Act 2022, up to 3 months of imprisonment and fines of up to £2,500. But the so-called survival eradication regulation lies here. The police are granted absolute power to confiscate and completely destroy the vehicles of offenders.
Oh, I heard that. They're going to destroy your motor. I heard it. Terrible. The man said, if you don't move your vehicle, we're going to crush you. He knows that you ain't got nowhere else to live, right? But the man said, if you don't move your vehicle, you're gonna crash it. So not only have you got to mind that your stuff don't get stolen, you've got to also mind that for the man who give you the ticket. Can't even say him would destroy it. I mean, you know when you're down, right? They know when to kick you when you're down. What about punching the bruise? Rasta, D-Tramp. No hesitation, none at all.
But I love you in every way. I love you in every day. I don't know why. Oh, why? But just you will. Maybe too tired. And folks may say they don't do cry. But I love you in every way. I love you in every day. I don't know why. Oh,
Jesus, 6 o'clock. Alright, are we ready for your 6 o'clock? What do you say? Yeah, with that Jesus, he said, your timing is my time. I said, just stop it.
But I love you in every way. I love you in every day. I don't know why. Oh, why? But just you will. Maybe too tired. Folks may say they don't look right. But I love you in every way. I love you in every day. I don't know why.
Right, I love you. Right, we're down. House first, the house. Yeah, shut it down and start again. Alright. The house today. Alright.
I'm a big star.
Right.
Men not try.
Boy.
I'm your boss, but I love you in every way. I love you in every way. I know why.
Dearly beloved, give us the ability to seek you What we gonna see? The ability. Yeah, well. Right. Big Jesus. Made things. And fall asleep. I don't know. Slim chip. I think what you're going to have to do, you are going to have to use this book. You are. You are. You're going to have to use this book. You're going to have to shut it down and just flash it. You can do that after. You're going to have to, because you can't just go from the middle. You're going to have to shut these down and start them again. Because you're going to go from the beginning. I'm going to go right. I'm going to go all the way through it up till. I'm going to do it all because he's here as well. It's going to do it all in one. Just do it all in one. And just ask him, Father, to guide, or Jesus to guide me the best way you can. Because it's the first time I'm doing it all in one. And remember, we just learn it. Now it'd be perfect because my man is here as well. We'll bring him in a minute. Yeah. That's what the Spirit's want me to do, isn't it? I do the best way I can do it. We need to open people up to the other side, the spiritual side that we're all trying to find. You know, the Ruah was inside, this beautiful child inside. We're trying to know, all of a sudden. And some people don't even know they've got this beautiful thing until they start to see real white preachers, real ones. Wow, they're brilliant, though. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've got a few of them as well. But I'll play you real good ones. The sons are showing themselves now. The sons, the good sons. Don't give up on the sons, girls. Don't give up on the sons, grandma. It's time to wake up now. It's been a long time coming. They ain't gonna forget you. Don't be silly. It's humanity rules, not the stupid sons. They've never had it so good. Damn Trump. Never had it so good. Brutalized humanity, everything. But anyway, we're not talking about. We're getting ready for the Jesus now. That's what we're doing. Because we want him to come in our, well, sorry, we want us to awaken. There it is. Because he's already there. It's already there. So we're going to go through the procedures of how he's already there. And then you can watch the video again and again. But it should come into you first time, if you're true, and if you really want it. But it's not going to be hard, is it? He's not saying he doesn't want it. He wants it to come inside you again. But the proper way, the way how he says to come, not the Christian way. Not that way we can still do that and do this as well. No, 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 no. Please, do. Thank you. With all the mistakes we made. We don't make mistakes with this one though. Our life depends on it, yes sir.
Like
to keep it dancing.
Like jumping, Lord, like shouting, like moving, like grooving, la 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 la, la
Dedication to you, Carl James, right? You know James, he shot this wicked one on me today. He said, T, we're confused. I said, how? He said, I have one bit of money and I don't know what to do with it, but I have two options. What are your options? One is to pay the rent or get kicked out, and the other is to buy drugs. Which one do I choose? Because it's so difficult. James questions the boy. have to shut that camera down and I was just thinking about that, yeah, I was as well. Me too. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind. See, I told you not to take what to the sense it is. The word is on the street that you're acting so straight. That is not the way you used to be. How's everyone doing with the heat, guys? Enjoying it, yeah? Be good British. You got your flannel, guys? You got a flannel? I got mine as well, says a Wednesday, baby. Just call a Wednesday. Be Wednesday, baby. So you got your flannel. Good. You're looking forward to the Jesus thing. Coming up soon, guys. Soon come. The Jesus. Soon come. What? Wait, what's happening? Damn right it is. Okay, coming like, you know, Hebrew. They're always making different versions of Hebrew, but never allowing Hebrew to tell its own story. Always got conversions. We converted in the 7th and 9th. Said, yeah, we heard all that. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear from the real children. Not from those who've converted with the wrong complexion. And then telling people the wrong message. And then putting itself above everyone. And then treating everyone like you're its slave. Rasta, getting it ready for when your father comes. And then your father just slips into where you children are done, and then he just pats you on the back and says, jolly good show, jolly good chat. No, damn it isn't done. You can only do that to these lost children. Because when all that happens, Father will be taking his children. You know when it says taken up? He's talking about us. You know when it says, what's that word that you like to keep saying? The rapture, there she is. It's talking about us. It's not talking about you. Not about the Christians could be raptured up, and then the rest of the world and that. You are the rest of the world that's going to be left. Why would Father rapture you up? Rapture up to where? Where do you think you get to heaven? You get to the wilderness when we get raptured. We're not going to heaven. They want to show up on the earth first. And heaven is only for the 12 tribes of Israel. It's not for the world. It says there's mansions only for the 12 tribes of Israel. It doesn't say mansions for the world. Read the thingy tribe. It doesn't say nothing up there about Christians. And it's not even up there. It's down here we're staying. Damn fool. That's how much you know, innit? That's how much you know, you're damn Christian. Nonsense. You have no idea what's going on, man. You carry on listening to them Romans. Easy life. Easy life. Easy life. But now I still remember, my memory's still clear. For some years to linger on when we were one. You fill my world with joy. I never realized life could take me so high. You watch me go toilet. All we need is easy love, easy love, easy love. Time after time it blew my mind. I was hooked on your life, spinning around. You got me once again. Love is the spice of life, so open your arms and let the vibes flow through. Let the vibes flow through. Jesus said, come on, man. Easy love. Easy love. Land. I could have been dreaming like I often do. Yes, a lover's side. Oh yeah, I forgot to make you a split up, sorry. Easy love. Easy love. Easy love, easy love. Nice and hot. That night I still remember, my memory's still clear. Thoughts of years still linger on when we were young. Have a nice conversation with Esau children. You fill my world with joy. I never realized life could take me so high. All we need is easy love. Right. Easy love. Easy love. Time after time, I was wine spinning around once again over. Love it. Rice and beans. The peas on the right. Nice. What about rice and tea? I know. Liver style. What side? What side? Ixa. Word. Dedication to rice and tea. Yeah, I've been in there many times. That's alright. You do Caribbean food justice, though. The rice and tea, not the Bristol. Yeah, you good, man. We like it, then. We like it. Yeah, we're at the right time for what? British news. The right time for the brand new accounts going under Jesus. Another rush. And here, crowd of people. Yeah, I did know that the herb was a medicine, literally. This is why my father says, I've given you the green herb. It means I've given you everything, because it's a medicine, a spiritual medicine. This is why it says to eat the herbs. Eat all green herbs. Start to see it now. Start to see it. And pleasant words, it's good for the bones, isn't it? The marrow, the bone. Just pleasant words, simple like that. Pleasant words. Goes right to the marrow. I know, what can I say? Right. Bit British? I'll be totally British before we go to Jesus. Boy. I hope you got one of these fans. I see Chrissy, she said, T, I got one of them, but I can't sleep with it at night. I said, what? You don't sleep with it at night? She said, night makes so much noise. I said, darling, you get a good night's sleep without noise or not noise? She says, no. She can't sleep with nothing on. Some people are like that. They can't sleep with anything on. And that is a proper night's sleep. Oh, I've got everything on. I fall asleep with it all on. But it is true. The best way to sleep, it is to turn it all off. I totally agree. That is the best way. The spirits definitely resonate with you. Yeah, that is the best way to sleep. I totally agree. Totally. Totally. Easy love.
I'll be back, Tony. I'm taking a short walk.
Alright, brother. Alright, brother. Should have been treated like I up to do. You take this show. You know what he said to me today? He said, right, we're in a meeting. I said, alright. But he didn't register. Don't do that. So I said, weird. They might have meeting too, He said, the meeting will be an hour. You know what I get? I get one of the disturb sign. You know when you put on the door and say, don't disturb, I'm in a meeting. Brilliant. Weird. You take this shot. Yeah, the serious you, though. The serious you. The serious African, the serious. Gentle as well. Yeah, man, nice you, though. You don't really get friends, man. You don't. And when Father brings you a friend of Jesus, you have to honor them, bro. You don't get them friends like, not at all. They've got them too remote, but they're up to something. Not that child at all. Not at all, man. You can't help making a fuss over it. It's like, I'm all right. You just, something that is there. Just beautiful child, man. And so intelligent, bro. And this is what the system didn't want the children to have. He wanted to keep it for himself. And then poison the African children about us. And you've been doing that since Father said to go to them for protection. You've been infecting them. Because when we met them, there was already burning children. I know, Africa, you have got questions to answer as well, because you've been doing the voodoo. The Obeah man really comes from you, I believe. It does. The Obeah man, the dark skinned Obeah man, voodoo, it comes from you. But we didn't really know the burning of the children. It's from you. You. This is where we learned it from. The burning of the children. So they were naked. They didn't have no father, no protection on that. But half of them were rotten anyway. Half of them are right. Look, I don't see how anyone can tell you to burn your children and you're going to do it. I just cannot see it. But you did. You did it freely. You even turned Jerusalem into that place. And Judea. You turned it into a lake of burning children. And that's what Papa called it. Wait till when he sees you, man. Wait till when he sees you. I am not joking, but you can't be burning children. Can't be burning children, bro. Because you burning them, you have to answer for it. Not something you can just secretly do. And you know, Satan and his children, right? They get you to do the worst thing to humanity. And they don't play. When they hit humanity, they brutalize humanity. They're not here to give it a slap or to punch the bruise. They're here to rip the bruise screws up, wait, and then put poison in it, wait, and then piss and shit in it, wait, and then stamp all over it, wait, and then thinking, is there anything else we can do for it? Yeah, rip it apart even more. This is who these children are. Damn sake. And so much so, they put the blame on you now and say that you are these children and then they're ruling you. So imagine when their father comes and their son comes. It's going to be the same or 10 times worse. And they're maybe going to trick in you. So you think, yeah, they're all right. And they went, yeah, all right, come. Because the they're all right is us. The brutality is them. And they're not gonna come to you straight away and say, right, we're brutal, are we? No, they're not. They're gonna use their brain. They're gonna get you addicted to their rubbish, right? And you can't come off it. And all you want to do is feel normal. And you gotta beg and bow to these people just to feel normal. How you was in the first, just to feel that. Because if not, the thing what they put inside you hurts. That you can't function. You just cannot function. Because it's designed. And this is the children of Satan. This is how they work. And they're doing it all this, so when they bring out their son, and then they bring out their father, you can congratulate them and say, you've done a good job, jolly good show, jolly good tramp. And that is the dance. That is the dance. That is the dance. For the Relekata Nat, that is the dance. Crowd of people. And the Talmud will open you up. The Talmud, that is your secret, the Talmud. That will open you up, because that tells you what you're not allowed to do. And that also tells you who is your master. That wicked book. That's what it tells you. Yo, you think anybody could write a book about me like that? I'd beat it up, though. I'd burn him up. I'm weird. There isn't anything good that book said about Gent. And the thing about it, it itself is a Gentile. But because he came out the same belly as us, it thinks it's better than the whole world. And the whole world must bow to it, and everybody is a Gentile. No, it isn't, idiot. The only ones who are not a Gentile, right, are the Israelites. But yes, you was once an Israelite, but you were Shem. S-E-M. Shemites. You know, Shem. S-H-E-M. So even though you did come out of the belly, right, it's the same belly, but you were Shem. S-E-M. But it's S-H-E-M with the live penis, with the vintage penis. Not you, and you know it. And we're not here to rule. We're here to show people Father rules, and we're underneath him. But you're here to show people that Satan rules. But he doesn't rule, you damn idiot. And we're going to show you. There's only 2 dances now, only 2. There's no crossroad. You can't see the middle. It's one or the other. And you've got to praise them with Father. Otherwise, they'll just put you over there. That's not good enough. We're emperor, or empresses. These are top people. Weird. It's not good enough. Is that what we call praising? It's not over there we're saying. And this is the dance. And things get revealed. Father's revealing it on Father. And when they try to put you in jail and they won't try that again, I can guarantee you, because everything they try to touch the child gets exposed. Now we've got the woman who created all this nonsense is saying, oh, I want to give my evidence now behind the screen. Why? Why now? When we went to court yesterday to certify everything. And then now, any objections? And they're saying, oh yeah, there is. Now, one of the oppositions now want to give their evidence behind the screen. No, hell no. You are the troublemaker. You went round to all the neighbours here and tried to poison them. Well, you did poison some. So now it's your show. Don't take a back seat now. Right? This is no sideshow. This is a stage show, right? And it's your show, love. So I would say to you again, put on your big girl panties, put on your brassiere, put on your petticoat, and then put on your dress, right? Put your slap on, come and see the judge. And the judge is a British woman and she's eloquent now. So you'll see eloquent British women, right? Because the rubbish you wrote about British women, she will see. I know my grandson doesn't speak like that. So they know it's you. And then it shows what you feel about real white women. You see how I deal with you, you see how I deal with you, and it's a white lady going up. And when you see her, you see quality. She's a quality woman. Her name is Mrs. Robinson. Wait! You remember her name. It's all right, she's a quality woman now. And I tell her that when she reads that rubbish now, because I will make sure she read it. When she reads that rubbish now, she looks at me, she says, That is not how my grandson would carry himself. They don't speak about anyone. And he got convicted for it. And he got charged £1,700 for it. But some good person paid it. Here's the receipt, miss. It says paid in full, as you can see. The good people paid it, £1,700, because they know it was absolute wickedness. And I would never speak about white people like that, or the disabled people around here. But this is how she thinks and feels, right? And then puts my name to it. You want to read it, it's wicked, guys. And this is why they sentenced me, this is why they put me in a criminal behaviour order, because the judge read that rubbish, what she did. And it says, if you're lying, we can do you for contempt of court. She said, I'm not lying. And they underlined, they highlighted it as well in the highlight pen, what I use. They highlighted it in yellow, all the bad things that they said, they highlighted it as well to make it overstand that. It's wicked. I've put it on my screen already. People have seen that ages ago, but it's just coming back now because this is the season we're at. But now she doesn't want to come to court. All this wickedness you calls me, and now you don't want to come to court. You pushed past Uncle Mervyn as well, right? A 93-year-old man, my next door neighbour, we get on so well. You've seen him on the computer. They're jealous of the relationship and they're bullying to get him to turn against me. This is how dangerous it is here, guys. 93. He's 95 now, right? And hopefully if we can see the 17th of January, then he'll be 96. But these people, to an old man, because we get on so well, and trying to bully him and get him to change and push him past in his own house and scare him. And you ain't even apologise. We're not, listen, Rasta, London would come from, right? And if you was in London, they would have beat you up a long time for that, and you would have apologised already. You stay there. And that's the behaviour around here. Because I fight against it, all my stuff gets taken, this happens to me, that happens to me, but you never come around and speak to the real people here. And they would tell you equally the same, and more, of the spitefulness that these grown-ups call me, who think they're better than everyone here. But when we ask them, where's your 3 houses, one on the way, we ask them, where's your property, where's all the millions, then you start to realise that you're no different from everyone else here. But, you always get some who think they're better, and they want to come and bruise and take the piss out of vulnerable children. And the only reason why they're vulnerable is because of you. That's the only reason why, because you were bullying them. And anywhere where they are, you set up camp next to them. So they can make your life easier. Because you can't do the basics. Because they've made it extremely hard to do the basics. And you can't do it then. And that is the truth of the dance. You damn tramp. We're just fed up of you lot, man. We're just fed up, bro. There's no humanity, bro. You're only talking. And you're letting kids get up by raping women and, it's just, oh man, when does it stop? It just doesn't. It's a continuation of wickedness, though. A continuation. And it's poor sisters and women who feel it the most, though. It's, like, this is what men do. It's all right, it's just the way it is. No, it isn't at all. No, it damn well isn't, though. But if it is, you need to just take me off this earth. Because I would not transfer to that nastiness, though. For any house, any car, any more, anything like that. You're damn tramp. You're damn tramp. Where's your passion, mate? Where is your passion? Where is it? Where's your passion? Yeah?
Suppliers are warning that if the Iran war continues, prices could go even higher in the colder winter months.
Right, guys, beautiful children, listen. Let me tell you about father, right? Let me tell you how beautiful father is. No. Children, father knew, right, that all this was going to go. Why? Because he's the one who's doing it. But listen to this. You know the gas prices, they're going to go massively high soon, right? But listen, guys, when father puts his children somewhere, he puts you in a place, right? Wait for it. There's no gas here, guys. No gas at all here. So when them lot are showing up and telling you about, to keep it, there's no gas here. We don't use gas. There is no gas, and he don't like it, miss. He doesn't like it, right? Because father protects his children. There's no gas. So, and he doesn't like that. So then he wants to come and charge me £6,000 for electric. Now he's giving me back £100 and apologising. See, it's all turning back round now, because everything he did to this child was a lie. It was all a lie. And now it's all coming back on you. Now you don't want to come to court. You want to do it on the camera. And no. The camera never lies. So when you go in, now you're going to break the camera's duck and start lying. Stay away from the camera, because the camera never lies. Leave the camera alone. Right? You got this far, woman. You've done a hell of a lot of damage for the last 4 years. Right? Come to the court now. You've done everything bad against British people, even me included, and indigenous. You've done the worst of all of it. Now come to court now and be in front of a real British woman, a real nice woman as well, right? In everything, stylish, got manners, educated, balanced, eloquent. I just come, commands respect. You know, when she comes in, you got to stand up. When she, even down to the barrister, got to stand up when she comes in the dance. Weird. So make sure you come. Make sure you, and let's show you a real British woman. Damn trap, but you're cursing up British women and putting my name to it. You're going to see a proper British woman when you go cool. Well, and you, that cancer woman as well. I can't remember her name. You as well, that white woman, the cancer woman who's egging you on, who brings you there. I can't remember her name. You come there as well. Right? You, because you haven't even replaced my television. But you're still, you know, plotting and scheming to get me. But you, Amanda Mills, I think her name is. You're the worst. Bring yourself there. Because you and her connected. You. Because I see you hugging her up when she come in with her crippled son. But then the judge said to you, get out. What are you doing here? Didn't he not? And then you still find yourself on there. The judge told you and your son to get out. Didn't he not? When you was in magistrates, the court that you control. But the judge still said, I don't want to hear from her and her crippled son. But the woman, Amanda Mills, brought you there. Because I see you both hugging. I thought he was there for himself. And when I saw them, I thought, oh, what's going on? That's when I first started to realise this thing's orchestrated. And then I got found guilty as well. These wicked witch women, Amanda Mills and Sophia Hurt. These women need to be spoken to. And when I told her about it, then she wrote me a letter to cover herself about my TV, that they swapped. No mention of it now. She'll have to, where's my, watch, I'm gonna, you know, it's busy. No, it isn't, because it's written down and it's a massive TV. And you swapped it because you gave me a little small one, so obviously you know. And then she wrote the letter to say, to cover herself. So it looks like, oh, they gave you a letter. No. I had to chase them up first. Because they know it's bugged in here. They watch you. So they knew I was going to give it to Chrissy. They knew. Because I said, I'm going to give that TV to Chrissy. I didn't want to. So even when they did come, I said, I don't need the TV. Just give it to Chrissy. So I didn't even know about it. Until days now, I'm saying, well, where's the TV, Chris? She said, oh, it's next door. So I'm thinking, why is the TV next door? There's a massive TV. I know when I saw the TV, I said, what's that? She said, it's a TV. I said, no, it isn't. And then I had to go and get the remote control, which I still got, and it says LG. Right? And then they come and put some stupid small Samsung TV. So they knew what they was doing, they swapped it. Because the TV's massive, guys. To carry it on your own, you'd struggle. How did they get it? Because their warrant said, take the TV, he might be able to make music. I said, don't believe me, show it to me. And it did. Said, take the television, because he might be able to make music. These wicked people, wicked, spiteful people, they are spiteful. But your spitefulness is now coming undone, and now you don't want to come to court. Only unless you go on the screen. Who the hell do you think you are? After all the damage you caused, and said about all the people around here. Nah, man. And they gave you the best place, and they gave you 2 bedrooms. And you know even British or indigenous English, and they looked out for you. And this is how you treat people in their own backyard. And you push down their elder, their top elder, who's been here the longest, he's the Field Marshal. But you've not got no respect for your elders. None at all. None at all. But this is an old people's block. This is not for you. You should be in a council estate. Or you should have your 3 houses falling away. But you ain't got nothing. It's just a bag of ponce if you pont some vulnerable people. That's what you do.
This is BBC One in the West.
Bag of ponces.
Now the news with David
Never
Gomez
help one
and
of them
Sophie
women.
Rainbow.
Just ponce off them and scare them. I see with my own.
Tonight at 6, fresh warnings about swimming in open water as another child dies. 12-year-old
telling Chrissy when I walked past one time to call, sorry guys, to call me a nigger, and she did, because she was frightened of Dean next door. And then I switched on both of them, never spoke to her at all. She used to see me out doing my thing, and she'd come up to me and said, T, I'm so sorry, it was him. I said, I forgive you, darling. But don't ever do. And we're best friends to this day. To this day. Teacher had to budget her money, because she doesn't know how to budget money, because she's ruined in that sense. Yeah, but she's got good heart. But they all scare her and take her money and because she's vulnerable. Well, I don't. She gives me hundreds to look after. And I give it to her when she asks for it, to help her budget. Otherwise, they'll take it. They know what day she gets paid. They come round, they're ponces done. There's only one or two of us, like Jeff, who look out for her. But the rest of them are ponces done. And because I don't do that, they want to get rid of me. That's all it is. So, if you would get off your idols and come and speak to the vulnerable people here, and you were here, because, you said it before, criminal behaviour, antisocial tools, so you're saying that I'm a pain and a nuisance here. Because 2 people have told you that. 2 people. One got caught being racist, you gave me the paperwork with him being caught saying, sorry grandma, nigger, fuck, black bastard. Dean Thomas got caught saying that. And you're still using Dean Thomas a couple of months later with the same noise app nonsense that he got caught saying. And then you're using Sophia, who's going around getting people to turn against me, and then pushing past people and frightening people to get them to turn against me. Huh? And then she's writing her own statement about me, saying, now, this is what people say about him, you don't like white people. Oh yeah. What is going on with you fools? Just for a spiteful little set of people around here with their 666 private number plate. They start doing our kids, there's about 8 or 9 of them. But it's you we come for, right? Because the system line's left you. It's left you, so now we're coming for you. So you will go to court. Because you can't hide behind the system. It's not hiding you no more, is it? No, come to court. Come to court. Because it's not hiding for you no more. You can't do your nonsense no. You've got a solicitor now, good one. So now, you say straight away, we want to give our testimony behind glove. No, you caused too much damage. No. We want to hear what you've got to say about British, because you're in a British country, you're not even respecting the British people, you're not even British, love. You're in that crippled son. And the British took pity on you and helped you, and you're pushing past the best of British, and you're not even British, let alone indigenous English. And this is how you're treating British. You need to kick up your I'm going to mind myself here, sir. Here, kid, when the sun don't shine then. Because you're a grandmother, you should know better. But this is why Father gave me that crippled son. Because when you pass away, who is going to look after him? Right? You can't even tie his own shoelaces. You've got to constantly be, it's a curse. Father gave me that son as a curse. Right? And when you walk right up in the crutch of your vagina, crippled, right? Taking out the son. That's why you walk like that. Because I know. Because that is a curse. And he takes your behavior out on the children. That boy is a curse. And then you're going around telling people, if you don't do that, and you're drawing a slash sign around your neck saying, my son, your son, yeah, man. When I go Castle Plot and play music, women come up to me and say, T, who's that? I said, don't worry about it. It's just a neighbour of mine, sitting there like that, with his drink, gooping at our women. That's what he does. Notice when I play music though, when they're consistently there, you're like that. And then you make them uncomfortable, of course you do. You make them uncomfortable, that crippled son of yours. That crippled, so he thinks he's better than British women and they must cover him up. Wait, hand and foot on you. You and your mum have a bad attitude towards British children, I can see it now, and indigenous English. Right? But you need to remember, they're the ones who gave you somewhere to live and gave you a roof over your head. So that means you must respect the people. And not try and get the people to turn against each other and then walk around there thinking that you are it. And you're not even damn indigenous English. Rasta. And this is the problem with this state. You're putting too much foreigners before British done. I mean, I ask her about the Queen's Silver Jubilee. She's looking at me like, I'm mad. You don't know about 1977? Of course you don't. You're not British. You're not indigenous English, though. You're damn trying. Rasta.
Junior Slater is named as one of 7 young people to lose their lives since the heat wave began at the weekend. Meanwhile, the extreme heat is causing disruption to water supplies in parts of Kent and Sussex. Also tonight, tens of millions of households face higher gas and electricity prices from July as energy prices rise 13% because of the Iran war. An exclusive interview with the family of a 15-year-old rape victim whose teenage attackers were spared a custodial sentence tells the BBC a review of their sentences means the boys should be jailed. Resident doctors in England announce another 5-day strike in the middle of June. It'll be the 16th walkout in 3 years. And will Crystal Palace bring home their first European trophy? Excited fans are preparing for kickoff against the Spanish side, Rayo Vallecano.
In the West, the farmers losing money on every pint of milk they sell. Now they're worried their businesses can't survive. And the athlete on the edge of space, we talked to the man trying out exercises for astronauts. The details in 30 minutes.
Good evening. Rescuers searching for a teenager in a lake in Cheshire have found a body. The unnamed 17-year-old is the 9th person to have died in a water-related incident in England and Wales during this week's heatwave. Almost all of them were children. Emergency services have renewed warnings about the dangers of open water swimming. Our correspondent Lauren Moss reports.
A frantic rescue operation ended in a fatality. The death of a teenage boy in Cheshire who, police say, had his entire life ahead of him. The 17-year-old went into the water at Pickmere Lake yesterday. 9 people have died in separate water incidents since the start of this May heatwave.
What is the reason, guys, for the water killing? I don't understand it. How is the water killing our children? What is it? Is it a current or what is it? Why are our children dying in the water? I don't understand it. I can't see it. This is like 9 children, so we need to stop putting our children in the water. Simple, end up. Right? Because you can wait for the water for another time. But you cannot wait for when they take the life, because when they take the life, it's gone. So this is 9 times done. Right? So with this heat, there's something going on with the water, guys. So we need to just say, all right, you know what? There's something that 9 of our beautiful children have died through this nonsense and we can't work it out. So this is what we do, just simplify it. Children, we're not going in the water with this heat because there's something going on, man. Right? And we're too precious. So we need to start thinking and adding simple things up together and getting 4. Because 2 and 2 is 4. 3 and 2, no, forget 3 and 2. It's 2 and 2 done. Right? It's 3 and 3. Right, you got the drift now. It's what about 4 and 4? Now we're on the right track. What about 8 and 8? There we are, children. 6 and 6, I leave you to it. Can I trust you with staying with the rules? You can trust us, team. We'll carry on there. 1 and 1, I can hear in the background. 9 and 9, that's the children, Barbara. You say, I'm working the son. I said, I know this, Barbara. You know, we all love you. We just don't know how to build a relationship with you. So we just need to start silly. You know, it's silly. It's silly with your parents. It's silly. To just get people to think, no, I just need to be silly. And let your spirits come in you, because you think you're going to be, don't do it. I'm not. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. All that nonsense stuff. Right? You're praying now. This is praying. And when you're doing this now, Satan can't come. Why? Because you're praying. Right? And you need to know this spiritual power was in you. Remember, you can't even go there, or you can't even go there, beautiful children, without what the Spirit done. But they're not reminding us about the beautiful Spirit, and that is the power. Why? Because we're in a spiritual world. I don't understand what you mean. Right. He locked it down, as we know. We know we can't get up, we know. So when he locked it, right, it's not the words specifically, right? It's the breath. Now catch me. Cold up. Not like that, but just catch me. No. Remember, it's not the words, it's the breath. Now catch me. Let there be light. Yes. It becomes light. But that's not the power. The power is the space that he locks up. Right? Getting it used to that command. Not the let there be, not that. It's the breath that goes with it, because that breath now, remember it's locked, right? So that breath now controls the whole earth that he chose. He chose this piece, so it's like a piece. And remember, beautiful children. We are in the middle of water. Remember these things now. So when I talk about him, I got this, it can't, because it will drown us, and down there is water as well. Right? So we need to start connecting to the other side. And when you do that now, you know we've got power. Because all Satan has power is this flesh. Right? But we're realizing that we're tired of the flesh. Is too damn demanding. The damn flesh. So we need to know what's inside the flesh, because once you can control what's inside it, you will find out you don't even need much food to eat, right? But this thing doesn't work with, oh, I can budget this and I can budget. No, that helps. Yes, of course, that helps, right? But guys, it is Emmanuel. Whether we like it or not, they've taught us to, we are it, and all that nonsense, and we don't even know anything about anything, but we're still it. Right? And this is the system. Because when you have that mindset, then you fall into their category of, and then you go into their rank. And where do you rank in this nonsense? You rank in how much money you got. Now, do you know what you got to do to get this money? He said, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. Rape and kill and murder, it doesn't matter. Just get the money and we'll bring you in. And people are doing all sorts with this damn money, right? And then when you check out the value of this damn money, you start finding out that every one of these fools that are encouraging you to worship and honor this damn money, them themselves are trillions in debt. What with this damn money? So, miss, somebody is lying, right? Somebody is telling lies, right? And the people fed up of the lies. Because when you check it out now, not even you, right? Mr. Banker has money. Not even you have money. Not even you, right? And what you're seeing now is people are saying, you know what? As long as I've got the basics, I'm all right. Oh, finally. Rasta, I'm not taking the piss. Finally. As long as you got the basics, you're all right. But then it doesn't stop there. That's the beginning. Because when you got the basics, that's when you get the Jesus. Let me say that again. When you got the basics, that's when you got the Jesus, Emmanuel. And without the Emmanuel, you're wasting your time, guys. Right? Because it's these children that are coming here to smash the dance up. But they're doing it slowly and they're showing you signs, and Satan children are trying to stop you from seeing the signs. This is why you have to go beyond the ITV, the BBC, the Channel 4 and the Sky. You gotta go beyond them, because they are not going to tell you anything. All they're going to tell you about is their failing sons and their failing system. Beautiful children, right? And all the wicked stuff you've done to me, yourselves, and everyone else, it's all right? I'll blame it on Adam, the damn Adam, because everyone's born in sin because of the damn Adam, right? And to go to the other side, you have to be forgiven, right? You have to be forgiven. And they teach you the complete opposite, right? And 2.6 billion people will be wiped out for that Christianity done. They even ask you no questions. Because they've showed you, and you still think that there's some sort of way with that Christianity stuff. Right? And there's 2.6 billion people. That is a half of a lot of people on a religion that was built by us. It's ours. Because they ain't got no religion. Remember, before all this, right, they was doing their pagan nonsense. 1,500 years they was doing this before Christ. And now they got you all following this. You don't even know what the Christianity thing is. You have no idea. You say this, what is Jesus? What is Jesus? You don't even know what Jesus is. What is his mission to do? Where does he come from? Oh, that's not important. Why isn't it important? Where do you think he just come from thin air? Why is it important? It comes from a lineage. And it's not even the beginning. Right? The beginning is, let there be light, Noah and the children. That's the beginning. You're in the beginning. Jeffin. Jesus ain't in the beginning. Right? So even though they say you don't read that, no, you need to, because you are Jeffid. You've been here since zero, since Nads, right? You're so important in this thing. You don't even realize. Why? Because you are the third brother. There's three of us. So it's not like we've been here since the beginning and then you came after. No, we came here all together. We are all the same children. Right? We're all the same brothers. Esau is even our brother. But Esau's not in this category. There's 3 sons. Esau's not in that category. Because Father hates that child. Hates it now. Right? And before Father cursed of Gentiles, right? Gentiles wasn't Gentiles then, was they? They was who? They was Jephthah. And Jephthah turned into who? Nimrod. You don't even know about Nimrod. And Nimrod then created Christmas. And these are Africans. These are, sorry, I do apologize. These are Hebrew sons that changed. And Father gave them the glory. They said, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to do this. So remember, you are all involved. We're all Hebrew children. We just broke the law and started having sex and intermingling with different tribes which we wasn't allowed to. This is why it's confusing now. And Satan made sure he did that. And the bell rings, so we don't know who's who, and we can get the lineage of Hebrew. We did that just so we could kill that lineage. We've got to stop them from being a nation. It's written, they write this. Because they want to take our place and get rid of Father. And they don't tell you about Father, they tell you about Jesus. They don't want you to know about Father, they're frightened of Father. Because he told you, when I come the whole place melts. Right? Remember, they're only dealing with the Son, which is Jesus. You're not dealing with Father, it's a different stuff. Yo. The man said, let there be light, and there's light done. When he shows up, everybody runs. He got to say, don't run, wait. When you see him, it rubs up on your face, the radiant of it. Man, I am not joking. It's proper thing. And guess what? Jesus never come for me. Jesus never come for me. Right? The big man come for me. Right? And I am honored. I am privileged, though. Right? And show me how he come for me. And show me where I am in the book. And show me how he's preserved my first name. Many things, man. Many things. And then it's for me now not to sit down and say, no.
Rasta.
Yes, brother. It's for me now to bring the children. And to open people's eyes. Not for me to think, oh, do you know what, man? God, no. Because as soon as he tells you, he can also destroy you. Utterly. And it tells you so you know. And puts it in the book. And on your birthday. In has to be in. Wait for it. It can't be in Simon and Judah and no. And John and no. Has to be in Deuteronomy. Because that's for the children. And it's in there on your birthday. Deuteronomy, May the 11th. 5:11. And it says, do not bring my name into any disrepute, because I will not hold you, son, guiltless. And I put that on your birthday. I put that there, so you cannot forget that. Not many children can tell you these things, guys, because he's ready to come and take his thing. He's not joking, man, he's serious. And not many children have got the Hebrew now. Not many people have got no Hebrew now at all. Yeah, you have to disconnect it. What you do? You damn tramp. You're a joke, bro. With dedication to truth, because TikTok can't handle me, bro. You're not meant to handle me, bro. You're not meant to handle me, because you lie. You're a lying station now, right? And you don't want people to know the truth of who sons are. You're a lying station now, but people are not stupid now. And all these children are here for is love and truth, nothing else. And you can't overpower Satan. And we're coming for your sons, bro. Right? We ain't coming for to smash up this and blow up this. This is a spiritual beating we're giving you. A spiritual beating. I'm going to teach you how Jesus already done that to you on the first and second day. Right? It's just the children now just doing it against you and beating you. Because you want to come and take away children's home? You want to make children homeless? Right? And you want to take their freedom? They ain't got nothing else after that. Right? And that's how you wicked people around there engineered it. But now it's coming up to you now. You want to give evidence behind the screen. But you're going up to people's front doors and demanding that they follow your nonsense. And now people are telling you, well, let's go to court then. Let's go to court. And we are going to court. Right, and you can tell people how you don't like white people. You can tell them that. Because that's what you wrote. White people know my heart. Right, I was with them in the 70s. They know me. They know I would not write. I've never had done. You know, so why would I need to do it now? But you put my name on it. And those who didn't know me believed me and charged me for it. And I got sentenced for it. And I got fined for it. And I got 2-year criminal behaviour order. Just because of that rubbish. Thinking I'm a criminal. And that's because of Sophia. And our little mates around there. And then now they don't want to go to court. You're coming to court whether you like it or not. Father will make sure you come or he'll make you sick. And you still need to apologise to Uncle Mervyn. Don't think you're getting away with that. 95 years old. He hasn't got many beautiful days. Because Father needs him for stuff. And he needs to go and pick up his wife as well. So before he goes anywhere, make sure you apologise, man. This is a good man. Doesn't trouble no one. This is a good man. Good man, this is. So you need to apologise, Dan. I'm not joking, I'm deadly serious.
A frantic rescue operation ended in a fatality. The death of a teenage boy in Cheshire who, police say, had his entire life ahead of him.
Yeah, you're right, fam.
The 17-year-old went into the water at Pickmere Lake yesterday.
I'm all right.
9 people have died in separate water incidents since the start of this May heatwave. Among them is 15-year-old Declan Sawyer. Today, 9 people have died in separate water incidents since the start of this May heatwave. Among them is 15-year-old Declan Sawyer, who got into difficulty at Swanholme Lakes in Lincoln on Sunday. 13-year-old Rayco Puttock, who's been named locally, was pulled from Leadbeater Dam in Halifax on Bank Holiday Monday.
So sad.
And 12-year-old Junior Slater in the River Ribble in Lancashire last night.
So sad.
His family say he was the life and soul of their lives. Alongside the hot weather has come more warnings about the dangers of the water.
How is it happening?
Since Sunday, several teenagers have lost their lives swimming in open water. In South and West Yorkshire, in Lincolnshire, in Lancashire, Warwickshire, and here in Cheshire.
Yeah, but what's the
All
cause?
trying to have fun during the heatwave, all ended in tragedy. Authorities say they want people to enjoy the warm weather, but they want them to do so safely and understand the dangers of swimming in open water.
You're not explaining how it
Most
happened.
importantly, this time of year when you have the heatwave conditions, people think that water will be warm. Water will be freezing cold.
Okay.
And what people get is cold water shock.
Ah.
Water shock, if you jump into the water very quickly, it will affect your breathing, it will affect your blood pressure, it will affect your muscles. So even if you're a strong swimmer, you will struggle in that water.
And it's hot as
From
well.
the second he was born, I just knew he was going to be somebody special.
Dylan Ramsey was just 13 when he died swimming in a quarry near Chorley in 2011.
I just never knew it was going to be like this. I never knew he was going to make an impact in the world by not being here.
Dylan's mother, Becky, has spent the last 15 years raising awareness about the risks of open water, and from this September, children in England are to learn about it in school.
Good. Teach them.
The day after Dylan died, I literally begged the government to teach water safety.
Talking about love, oh love, talking about love, love is not a piece of paper you cannot burn or just throw away. Love makes me wanna say it. Love, love, every day, oh yeah. You can just Though sometimes it makes me feel like I'm walking on the street. Love is so appealing. When you go, love makes you wanna come again. Love is gonna be so paper. You can don't burn or just throw away. Love makes me wanna say yeah. Love, love, every day. Oh yeah. Love is gonna be so paper. You can just throw away. Oh no. Love makes me wanna love. Everywhere. Love is to forgive. Love makes you don't wanna stop giving. Love, there's no selfishness. If love is a question, the answer is yes. Love will give you something. You just don't burn or just throw away. Love makes me wanna say yeah. Love every day. Oh yeah, yeah. Love will give you something. You can just throw away. Oh no. Love makes me wanna love.
Right. We're going Jesus now. I'm going to shut these cameras off and then restart them again. Alright, last shoot, and then we're going Jesus of Nazareth. And then wipe it down. Right. Oh, na 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 na. Come in. Boy.
Oh na 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 na. Hey yeah, yeah yeah.
Good. Wait.
I wanna tell you truthfully about this little world and me. I want peace of mind, don't you see? I'm gonna get it, I know it's there somewhere for me. I'm gonna get love, I know that I will. Satisfaction won't come until. Don't you think I'll get no care? God is within me just to wait on me. Oh, na 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 na. Yeah, 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 yeah. I wanna tell you truthfully about this little world and me. I want peace of mind, don't you see? I'm gonna get it, I know it's there somewhere for me. I'm gonna get no idea. Yeah.
Feel the truth.
Oh, na na na. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.
going to put it? It's over there.
I want to tell you truthfully
Over there.
about this cool world and me. I want peace of mind, don't you see? I'm gonna get it, I know it's there somewhere for me. I'm gonna get them, I know that out there. Satisfaction won't come until, don't you fret, I'll get no fear. Y'all can take me with me, just get with me.
Right, coming in, I will.
Had Dylan been taught what to do in that situation, I wouldn't be living this life.
We're going to come back, yeah, we're going to come